Is what it is.
Yeah, New York.
Oh, we're live. Jerry hit start, I guess, without letting anybody know. So we're just gonna let him just talk to the stream for a minute.
What's going on, Jerry?
What's up, dude? This is the Palace where the gates are always open. Just pop on, man. We're talking sports, NFTs, comics, real life comics, collectibles. Journo's got some Funkos over there.
Sports.
Franco's got the sports picks. What are we watching right now?
Huh?
What are we
Whipping
watching?
up Whitney.
What am I watching?
Yeah.
What am I watching?
Did you guys drop the
I don't
link in
know.
the Palace Media feed?
I watch Black Phone.
Oh, I need to go watch Black Phone.
Oh, I gotta send you the link. That's right, I forgot.
All right.
Black
Jerry,
Phone, wow.
how,
Oh, yeah,
how was the Thor movie?
I liked it.
Yeah?
Now, I haven't read the comic story, but I know a little bit about it. But Christian Bale did a good job. I'm not going to do any spoilers. And, I think it's only been out a week and some time, like a week and a half. So maybe we'll do spoilers in the next week. But I enjoyed it. There's some people who were upset with the version, but you know what? You got to do what you got to do. It was a little bit over the top. Thor Ragnarok is better than this one, but it's a good installment movie. I'd say middle of all like the MCU's. Not the worst, but not the best, but enjoyable. You gotta watch on the big screen.
Yeah, I haven't watched that one yet. I can't wait to watch it. I mean, so far. So I watched Strange. That was okay. I honestly like Morbius better. I think.
Yeah, I know you like it, bro.
I like that. I thought that was fire. Compared to like Strange, but again, I guess I have to watch that Thor and see how that is. So far,
yeah, I like Strange too. Now you have a lot of things going on. You got Thor, then you have Lady Thor, which is Jane Foster, which she's in the trailer, so it's not a spoiler, right? And then you have Christian.
Lady Hulk? She-Hulk?
No, She-Hulk's the show, bro. She-Hulk's.
Oh,
Did somebody say She-Hulk?
yeah.
She-Hulk's coming. She'll be here in August. I'm looking forward to She-Hulk.
Yeah, that's gonna be nice too.
Yeah, the graphics, the first were choppy, but it's I think it's gonna get better, and I think it's gonna be a funny, like procedural lawyer, kind of show. It's different.
Yeah.
So, I'm looking forward to that. So, what about you, Zacho? What's up, man? What the Jazz do?
Oh, boy.
Why'd they waive Wancho?
Cuz, dude.
We talk about where KD's going.
Yeah, dude. What are you talking about?
Why
Dude.
the
People are
Jazz-
talking about. Look, what's your opinion? What's your opinion on the Oklahoma City Thunder right now? And
I
their
like SGA.
future.
I like SGA.
You like their projected future?
Yo, Chris is a beast.
SGA spot a good. Chet Holmgren is raw
Chet,
talent.
right? You got Giddy.
Giddy. I'm not
Giddy's
sold on.
good.
I think
Dude, Giddy's triple double machine. All right.
I know. I'm not
Look into
completely sold on him. He has to go through the grind.
You got a 6'8",
But
bro. Point guard.
got
Go
the
watch him.
potential.
He's good.
Chet can go. Chet can rise.
No.
Now, I want you to remember they had how many draft picks 2
okay.
years ago?
Here-
How
okay,
many
now-
draft picks did they have 2 years ago? Like,
I know they got rid of a lot of them.
like
All right,
12 to
here-
15 first
all right,
rounders?
hold on. Let's finish
That's
Chet
what we'll
Holmgren.
have if we
Let-
trade
hey,
Mitchell.
Let's finish about Chet Holmgren, right?
Oh,
Chet.
finish.
All right. He's a skinny little body, right?
Yeah.
So
Oh,
was
boy.
KD, and so was
Mhm.
Giannis.
Okay.
The only one that was skinny that never put on muscle was Tayshaun Prince that had his build.
Giannis is not.
And Porzingis, but Porzingis put on a little bit of weight, but not
I don't
as
put
much.
him-
No.
I don't put
Chet-
Porzingis in the
and
Chet category.
KD.
Porzingis
He was a unicorn. He's in the tall, skinny shooter category for sure. 7 footers that can
is
shoot.
a step above Boban.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But he coming out of the draft, that was his potential. He was in that kind of unicorn, tall 7 footer that can shoot.
So they called him the unicorn.
Yeah,
But he
He's
wasn't no
not
Dirk. You know?
no. Well, Dirk had mass to him going in. He was a big boy.
Yeah, he was.
I just don't know what the Jazz is doing. They're just blowing it up. They're picking up
I think,
picks.
dude,
They're
if
good.
we-
What do you got?
listen,
What do you got?
hear me out. So, how many picks did we get for Gobert? We got a dude who was
Man,
drafted a month
so-
ago, hasn't played a
hold
minute,
on. Let's set the record straight.
first round pick.
You got a Royals ransom for Gobert.
So
Admit
we
it.
trade Royce O'Neal for 1 pick, right?
Mhm.
First round pick. We trade Gobert for 4 first round picks, plus the kid who was drafted last month hasn't played a minute. First round pick, starting center. Good. So in theory, 6 first round picks right there. He's a trade asset if you want. Then you pick up Patrick Beverly. You pick up Jared Vanderbilt, who's 23, 4. He's developing. You've got Malik Beasley, who's a good, tradable piece, cap, whatever it wants. If he's off after a year, opens salaries, whatever. And then who else was it? I think that was it. So that's overall 9 pieces for Rudy Gobert. 5 tradable assets, 6 really tradable first-round picks. You trade Donovan Mitchell, on paper, Danny Ainge is only going to trade him for that, if not more. Right? He didn't want to trade Gobert. He just let somebody come to him.
No,
and he said,
Gobert was going to be
also,
gone.
I forgot he got a pick swap in there as well. So one of them's also a pick swap.
No, Gobert wasn't gonna. One of them had to go. It was going to be Gobert or Mitchell.
Didn't have. If you're following the Jazz like I am and all the inside stuff, that was not the plan. They were planning on keeping them both if they had to. It didn't matter.
If I'm
That was
Minnesota,
that's just all the outside noise that are like the Bleacher Reports talking. Trust me, the inside people were like, "That's not the plan."
If I'm the Minnesota Timberwolves, I'm having buyer's remorse, right, Franco?
Oh, they're gonna be good, but they trade. In theory, they all that for him. So then they trade Donovan Mitchell. In theory, let's say same thing. 6 first-round picks. Players doesn't really matter there. Then you're sitting at 11, 12? Let's say 12 first-round picks. Oh, the Royce O'Neal. So let's say 12 first-round picks. We can trade Bojan Bogdanovic for 1 or 2, probably 1 in a second. And then we can trade Mike Conley for 1 or probably a second. So then at that point, you're sitting at 14 first-round picks, probably 6 second-round picks, Donovan Mitchell and a young core to build around. Looks a whole lot better than Oklahoma City did. And we have Danny Ainge, a young billionaire owner that will spend as much money as he wants. He's proven it. He's willing to go over the tax. And then you bring in David Fizdale, who's got championship caliber. You've got Dwayne Wade, you got championship caliber. Dude, I don't know. If you stay here and you let them draft Victor Wembanyama next year, because we have 3 first-round picks next year. You get Victor Wembanyama with the number 1 pick next year if we just do bad. Him, a center to build around that's a unicorn, the greatest unicorn we've ever seen. And then 13 other first-round picks? Come on, that's way better than sitting in need.
If I'm Mike Conley, I want to get out of that. If I'm Mike Conley, I want to get out of that rebuild project. If I'm Jordan Clarkson, I want to go somewhere where I'm not going to be just pushed around.
Oh no, we'd keep Clarkson at that point because Donovan's gone, Rudy's gone. Donovan would just ball out for a few years, do whatever he wants, then he'd go sign somewhere else in 3 or 4 years, and we'd be in a better position than Oklahoma City is with a better player or two. It'd be phenomenal. I would love that. And Danny Ainge, look what he did in Boston. He got less picks for Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett and was able to turn it into Jason Tatum, Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, and use the rest of the asset to build a championship level team that went to the Eastern Conference Finals 2 out of 3 years, and one of them went to the finals and lost to the Warriors. Who's the Warriors? He's built a championship level team out of less. 2 times, mind you, 2 times. And the first time he had Paul Pierce and he did the same thing, traded all of his stuff, kept 1 guy built around him if he wanted to do the Donovan Mitchell route. He's proven either way he can win a championship going either route. And the draft, dude, and not to mention, we're going to be able to be drafting 18-year-olds in the next 3 or 4 years. They're going to lower the age. They're not going to need anything.
That's still not guaranteed.
So
keep dreaming, bro.
Look at it. Look into it. It's looking pretty guaranteed. Adam Silver already mentioned it. Give it probably 2024, 2025, 2026. You're going to be able to start drafting.
Hey, what's up, Sleeping Comics? What's up?
Hey, you're welcome, Sleeping. You're welcome, bro. Dude, thank you for all of the honestly, here's the thing. The media has it twisted. We got a lot, but I think Minnesota did a smart move. They were one of the worst teams in the NBA at rim protection. Cat wanted to move to the 4. He's a phenomenal 4. You let Anthony Edwards just develop, and he has 2 centers that can just spread. It's phenomenal.
I think
it's beautiful for Minnesota.
I think Edwards is definitely superstar material, man. So
that's what I'm saying. They're banking on that though. If he isn't a superstar, I don't know if it works. But
Cat still has about 3 to 5 years maybe as a big man.
Yeah.
And Gobert,
he's playing the 4, so now he's playing things like who's he guarding now? Instead of being guarded by huge monster men, he's going to be able to go out there and dominate on the interior X tier. He's the best 3-point shooting big man we've seen since Dirk, if not better than Dirk. So
All right,
I think it's phenomenal for Minnesota.
Sleeping, do you,
God
so you,
is grading both.
all right, look at the Sleeping says people here are happy because we can win more than 30 games. Yeah,
Exactly. Dude, they're
and they
gonna go to the
make
second
the
round
playoffs.
next year minimum.
Well, they made it. I mean, they beat up the Clippers, my squad, because
Yeah.
I was a little disappointed, but I was happy to see them win a little
Dude,
bit.
Clippers are the title favorites next year, Jerry.
Oh,
I don't want to. I don't want to hear you talking crap. Dude. You got
I'm not
John
upset.
Wall.
I'm not
You
upset.
are
I'm
gonna
happy.
be.
But
bought
I want
with
to ask
Tyloo.
Sleeping. So are you happy with the trade? Do you think you overpaid, or that was a good trade? Because it sounds like you're happy with the trade. I think the people around the NBA, the other reporters and everything are thinking that, or saying that Gobert was overpaid because now the premium on Gobert is, or not Gobert, anybody after Gobert like Durant and Donovan is super high.
That's the other deal. Is we were quote
All right,
unquote
Sleeping, right
we overpaid him. Everybody was like, you guys overpaid him a monster contract, so we offloaded this monster contract for a ton. Like, I can't complain, dude. Zero complaints about that.
Back in the garden.
Oh,
Hey, Minnesota had some good years, man. Sam Cassell, Marbury. I remember when Marbury. You guys before your time, Marbury and Garnett were going at it, man.
Oh no, that was when I was a kiddo.
Yeah, you were a kid.
I was a big basketball boy, dude.
Yeah, I know you love basketball. Okay, look, let's Sleeping says. Hey, read it off.
I'm happy with the trade. We got killed in the trade. That's exactly. They got killed, but
Yeah.
if it works, it does not matter.
Yeah.
Because what if they can get like one more piece? Like, and they were able to keep
do they still got
Jaden
D'Angelo?
McDaniels.
Do they
They
still
kept
got
Jaden.
Is D'Angelo Russell still there?
Yeah, so they got D'Lo,
Oh, yeah.
Anthony
I like
Edwards, Jaden McDaniels,
Yeah, still got
Cat, and Gobert. Like, that's a good move for them.
to have a chance to win some more games. All right, Sleeping. Question is, are you going to get season tickets again, even if it's half season or a small pack?
Come on, boy, you got to. At least tell Gobert I said what's up.
I want to go see the
Yeah.
clip when I go back to LA. Do you have? Are you going to Utah game this year, or what's up?
I am. I go to like 5 a year, if not more, most of the time.
Jaden McDaniels, a hidden gem, dude, could be an elite defender. Yeah.
Exactly,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah,
Like
good
the
stuff.
fact that they were able to, but that's the thing. That's why we got the extra pick and pick swap, is because they were not willing to throw in Jaden McDaniels. So that's why it seemed even big. But I mean, here's the thing. And no offense to Sleepin', this may make him mad, but this is to the rest of the basketball universe. Historically speaking, if you're going to bet on a franchise's first round picks that are unprotected, Minnesota and Sacramento are the two to come to mind. And maybe New York. Those are the three teams that's like, yo, they're always in the lottery. Every year, they never win. So I'm okay with taking all their first round unprotected picks. We can trade Donovan to Sacramento and just give us De'Aaron Fox and all their first round picks. That'd be awesome. I'll take that any day.
That'll be fun to watch, man. And what Pat Bev, he always adds a little bit of depth to your team. So
Yeah, that's just scrappiness. And we may trade him for another first round pick to a contender. Like, think about that. Like Lakers or somebody that needs somebody at the end of the year. Like, all right, here's Patrick Beverly for a first round pick.
you can always waive them too.
Exactly. You can do that. Just open a roster slot.
Mhm.
Develop some kid.
What do you think, Franco? How your Bulls? Well, tell us about your Bulls.
Chicago.
Nothing.
What do you-
Lose, lost.
Where you going? East Conference Final, semifinal?
Yeah,
Dude, the
right.
East is tough
You just
right
gave
now.
Zach Levine a boatload of money.
Did they sign him? I didn't even see that. I don't know if he signed it.
Yeah,
I think
we'll
he's,
see.
I think
They
he's
kinda
still
got
waiting on the
injured.
Durant deal.
And went downhill. That's okay. It's just bad to be it's just it's bad times to be in Chicago right now. Sports teams stink.
Yeah, it's tough right now to be a sports guy. Jerry just vanished on us, I guess, but it is what it is. Dude, Chicago. Here's a. Oh, is Vibes here? Vibes, what's up, my dude? Hey. Here's my thing with the East, though, about Chicago. I think Chicago, they're so good, but it's so hard to put them above Milwaukee, Miami.
chance. No. Philly.
Philadelphia,
No.
Toronto's getting there. Scotty Barnes, like this. I feel like this year and next year, Chicago's like shot, or else tomorrow's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Maybe they'll go
vibes.
get D Rose back.
Dude, that'd be sick. Just
It wouldn't.
for
No,
like
I was just kidding.
a second round pick in 2029 or something.
Yeah, no shot.
Y'all going for the poster tomorrow? I am.
Yes,
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Oh yeah, I like that
if we
one.
could get it.
What do you guys think about prices?
Hopefully we can.
We'll
Yeah.
see. I think that thing will
200-300.
$400 or $500. I would like just because it's Spider-Man. I was thinking less than that, but I don't know. For some reason, I think that it'll get bought up if it's anywhere in the 200s. I think it's a clean poster. It's a nice one to have. Personally, if you're like a
Oh, I think it's
Spider-Man guy,
fire.
so.
Yeah, it's fire. Is he? Sleeping says he loves Levine, but he can't be your best player. Yeah, I agree. I don't think Zach can
Yeah,
be
no shot.
the number one player on a championship team, and that's how I feel about Donovan
He doesn't
too.
have the experience for that.
I think if you got to win a championship, your number one player has to be a 3 or a 4 that can play most positions and guard most positions. I think that's just
DeRozan could
important.
definitely be that guy.
He can't play the 5 or the 4 if they want to play small ball. Like think LeBron or something like that. I think you need, or Kawhi, you need some kind of big body. Even a Draymond can fill that. He can facilitate. He can play the 5. You need something like that can be Jimmy Butler, somebody that can just do something big bodied. I hope
Good
I
thing.
am wrong, and that. But what would you say? I think it will be
Yeah.
closer to 100, 120, but I hope
Ooh.
I'm wrong.
Yeah.
You think it's
It's hard to say. I don't know. I like the poster a lot, to be honest.
I'll tell you what, I didn't expect the, like I said earlier, the nighttime poster from yesterday to go where it's at now. I thought it was only going to stay about 200, 250. So who the hell knows?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's hard to say. I didn't think that was going to happen either. But,
And there's just one poster,
Mhm.
Spider-Man.
I mean, at that
Mm.
price, it might be worth. If you don't,
I
want
don't
to drop,
know.
It might be worth the pickup. Obviously, not financial advice, but it might be. Just might
I
be.
think
Yeah,
in
For me,
this
it's Spider-Man.
in-
It's the Spider-Man poster. I don't know if we have any other Spider-Man posters, so
and it's the
I'll
whole
leave
like
it at that.
multiverse of it, and it's Comic-Con. But here's the thing: it's the beginning of Comic-Con week. I know it's not as big as like Golden Moments week, but I think people may not be selling till the end of the week. So in this market, I could see it being around 100, 150-ish. But I don't want it to be.
I'm
Unless
going to
I miss
snag
it.
one either way.
Yeah. Yeah, save
Yeah,
gems for
when is that
AF15.
coming? I'm
What
waiting
is
for
it?
that
August
too.
August 2nd is like the speculated guess, right?
Cool.
I think
I don't know.
August 1st.
I heard
Yeah.
people were saying that or Goku or something like that. Dragon Ball Z. I don't know
Goku
where
would
the
be
Dragon
cool.
Ball Z came
I'm
from,
not
but
I don't know anything about Goku, so I wouldn't really get one, but it'd be cool for the IP reason. I'd be about it. You'll need 5K for secret. Ugh. What's MC1 secret rare at right now?
I just looked. I think it was at like 20. I could be wrong though. That might have been something else.
I
will
don't
you guys be
know.
minting the chimichanga truck?
No,
I'm skipping that.
Not
one.
for that price. No thanks.
I don't think so, dude. I think I'm gonna pass.
I'm good.
It's a
That
hard
and,
pass for me.
The Tesseract, that one's hard. I
I'm
don't
going
know.
for the Tesseract.
I mean, I will buy it on the market no matter what, just because I decided that I'm going to be, picking up those Infinity Stones, just in case if you get that
Exactly.
that gauntlet. Oh my goodness, I don't want to miss out. Just I'm holding the set now for the.
Do you think it has to be the
the time
ultra
stone.
rare or the secret rare or whatever, or do you think you can just pick up the common, uncommon?
I don't know. I think it might.
Because like,
If anything, it will be the full set and the full set.
because
So
if you look at
I
Ayagamoto,
got
you can only see it in the ultra rare or whatever the most rare one is.
yeah,
Because the other two you can't see it, I don't think, or maybe the uncommon you
No,
can.
all of them have it inside of them for that one for sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, I
And then
decided
this
to grab
first
the
one is
set
just,
just in case they
uh,
do it by
one
set.
cube, right?
Is it just one cube?
Yes, it is 1 cube. 1 cube.
So is that gonna be a set? Because that's definitely worth more
Yeah.
than 30. I think.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, 8,400 of them. And there's just one. That's
Yeah,
right.
just the 1 cube.
Ew.
I'm sniping webs over here on the left.
He's sniping the webs. Yeah, no, I'm not going for this thing
Yeah,
for
I'm not
40.
going for
No,
that. No, thank
yeah,
you.
no, thank you. No,
skipping that.
thank you. House of M, yo, sleeping. You're in here. Let us know. Is House of M good? Do I even?
Oh yeah,
I mean, it's probably worth
I-
going for. What's
10K.
the edition
Yeah.
size?
10K.
Oh, okay.
10K, I think. Yeah, yeah,
Let's see
10K.
those covers. Let's see those covers. I didn't see this one.
The uncommon and the secret rare are the same.
Literally the
Oh,
same.
damn.
Yeah. House of M is not good, but 10K. Okay, so that's why it's a 10K. I know
I
it's
guess
got a
so.
good backstory, but
Still worth going, I guess.
grabbing Flippy says, "All right, well, it's still a comic. I'll go for it." Yeah, I guess.
Get
But
that
I think
SR
that-
and lend $200 before Silver Surfer.
That
That's
is
perfect.
so-
Yeah, this is what we're most excited for. Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
beauty.
Damn.
Oh, it's limited to heat. View in 3D. Will it let me? No shot.
It's got the same
No.
amount as Vader, basically.
No shot. It lets me.
Wow. That thing is nice.
It is pretty. Norin Rad. Isn't that how he says it, basically? Oh, you can? This feels illegal. You can't do this on the mobile. Wow.
Nice.
Shiny.
Wow. Here's the real question. Ass crack? Ass crack. Let's go.
Butthole?
We I don't know. Can I zoom in that much? We got ass crack though. That's what matters, everybody. I was wondering if they're gonna jip us on it. Oh boys. Looks like we got even some more detail if you
Uh-oh,
look
this is
even closer.
YouTube.
But yeah, we're gonna skip it.
Uh-oh.
But yeah. Solid, dude. I want it.
Subscribe to the Omi fans.
Oh, Omi fans. That'd be sick though. Just like put it on the wall, just hanging off.
Yeah, this.
Oh,
that-
Babs says he's
that's
back.
so clean. What's the
Babs
edition
is
size
back.
for this?
6,800, I think, or 6,100. No, yeah, 6,100.
And 60 gems.
60 gems. So it's,
Damn.
yeah.
Yeah, I probably won't be getting one of those on drop.
Those
Yeah,
are going to be
they're really
crazy on
fire.
drop for sure, dude. Those are going to be insane, dude. Oh my
Stupid.
gosh.
They're beautiful.
I feel like I have a better chance of getting the Spider-Man poster.
Yeah. Silver's clean, bro.
I agree.
But what can we compare him to? Is there anything to compare him to?
I don't know how big of a
Vader, baby.
character. Like, do people like?
He's not he's a big character, but he's not an Avenger. He's not anything, right? Does he ever join the
No,
Avengers?
he's just beloved by. I mean, I could be wrong, but
I don't believe he
he's just
does.
beloved by fans, and
It's a good time
He is
to be
like- he is
dropping
cool,
him on a
man,
Comic Con
'cause he-
for sure.
he's like technically like he should be a bad guy, right? But then he's like not a bad guy.
He's like an antagonist. He's not
Mhm.
so much like a bad guy.
Well, he's not a bad guy because he helps him, right?
He's
Without him,
yeah.
like they'd be screwed against Galactus, dude. Right?
He's just doing what he has to keep his family and his planet alive.
It's crazy,
I
man.
must serve Galactus. Where'd Jerry go, dude? He's still sitting here, just like this. I was gonna add him, see if he's making noise.
Might be
No. I'm here.
No, not
no,
you, Jerry.
Jerry.
Jerry,
Oh,
not
my
you,
bad,
you
sorry.
goofball.
Okay. Sorry.
What are you doing, Frankers?
Oh, you don't worry about that, okay, baboon?
Mm-hmm.
You're the yabbing and yabbing. Let me just grab the yabbing.
You popping a 72 over there?
You popping a 73 bomb?
No,
Yeah.
no,
Oh, we're doing that.
No.
Okay, good.
no,
Getting
no, I'm not.
blinded?
No. No shot.
No shot, he says. I think there's a shot. It could be a
Hey,
shot.
I still can't get on the web app, Journey, and I rechanged my password.
Really?
Where'd Zach
Yeah.
go? Where the heck did Zach go?
Yeah, because when I changed my password, because before I was putting in the code and it wasn't letting me in. Like it wouldn't even let me. I think click like OK or whatever after.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
then so then I reset the password, I think, on my phone, and it worked. It worked after.
There's 3
I don't know
comments.
why.
I can't view them until. Here we go.
I think my neighbor thinks I'm selling dope.
But it's a little bit annoying. I mean, I just hope they deal with the denied verification soon, because I would hate to be locked out. But I got a pack I could rip.
What is it, a Pokemon pack?
Pokemon pack. I don't know
Let's
if you guys are
go.
ready for this thing.
Oh, yeah.
I'll tear it open. No one's in here right now, but I'll give it a
The way
quick
to
rip.
do it, man.
We got to get you on the big screen, my man.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Let me wait. Where's
Yeah,
Zach at?
I don't know.
I can see perfectly fine. Maybe we got our reactions in here, me and Frank.
Oh,
You're gonna post.
I
something
already
crazy.
got a killer pull already. Like right off the bat, I seen it. Oh my goodness. Anyways,
Oh.
wow.
All
What?
right. Let's see this pack, Big Jerker.
Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
Kyogre.
I can't tell what that is, but
What's that?
oh my goodness, how? Too shiny? Oh my goodness.
Okay. Keep it
It's on my phone,
moving.
so I can't even see.
Oh, is that Absol Lugia? Oh, you're pulling Legos in here.
Oh my
Legendary.
goodness, this pack is crazy.
It's juice.
Dang. It is juice.
Yeah, this is probably the best one I've opened up. It's like I was impatient. I was opening up a few. I can't even
The
lie.
juice pack.
But, this one's actually fire. Oh my goodness.
You missed the pack, Babbo.
Here's a VeVe
I know. I've
promo
seen
code
it.
if
I
you
was
want
in
it,
there.
yo.
I seen
Get
that
VeVe
Lugia.
promo code.
I seen that Lugia, dude. That's
And the Kyogre shiny.
yeah. Okay, Jordan. So you've been pulling some heat. So you're looking for that burning shadows and then that shining. Oh crap! It's fading or shining something with that shiny Charizard in it. That's the 2 you want, man.
Yeah,
Burning shadows is gonna be near impossible to find, though. Like
I'm
I
probably
said.
gonna grab a few packs of something. I'm not too sure what I want yet, but I'm gonna look, see, pick wisely.
For sure.
Have you guys been looking for those HRO packs anymore, or is that done and over with now?
No, they just sit in Walmarts now.
Oh, really?
They're bad.
Damn.
They're bad.
They're not even in Canada yet. They're gonna just keep it over there now.
Oh no.
They have a drop this month coming up, actually. I'm not participating. I know Babbo and Tank Dog are, though. It's the Green Lanterns. I don't know if they want to speak on that a little bit.
Just because I
What's
like
in
the
that
lanterns, but I mean, honestly, dude, I'm gonna have to like look at all the stuff in there before we make that decision. But yeah, definitely have to check it out. What some of the potential pulls are for sure, man. Because Yeah, I just like the lanterns and the potential of like the black lanterns, dude, because those are my favorite. I love those guys. They're sick. Yeah,
Okay.
they're cool, man. The white lanterns are cool too. They're just too OP. They're just too overpowered. They're broken.
So, Frankie, what's your strategy been for the recent drops? How have you been hitting drops, my man? Let the people know any strategy you got.
What, on Hero?
No, on VeVe. You've been
Oh.
landing. I see you, bro.
Every time, dude. This guy.
Look at this finger. Look at this thing. Look at that thing. That's
I
how.
can click quicker than that. Come on.
Oh, shot. Look at that thing. That's how I've been hitting them. I think tomorrow I'm going to go a different route, though, maybe. I don't know,
I'm
though.
on that brave gate, baby. What you know about
waiting.
that? 4
I
minute
don't know what
rebound.
Babs is doing.
That's what I'm doing.
I know.
Brave?
Babs is hitting that turtle gate, dude. The 420
Babs
gate.
is on that
And
iPad, is what he
He's hitting it
is.
like this.
Babs is on that pad alert.
What are you saying? That's me tapping and I'm spamming.
He's hitting it
This
like this.
guy. Oh man, this guy. Wow.
Like a little
what
granny
an
hitting the drop.
insulter.
Going, bing,
Tapping really hard too.
and reading the little error message. You're like, all right. Bing. Bing.
Oh, there's Zacho in there again.
Did you find
Oh,
Jerry?
there's Zach with his
No, dude,
tap.
Jerry just vanished.
No, Jer?
Where did he
Vanished?
go?
Here's an idea. Watch this. Watch this. I'll call him on stream. Let's see what happens. See what if he answers.
He's
That's
like,
all.
yeah, bro.
Hey, sorry, I'm combing my hair, bro. 1 second. Give me a second, bro. FaceTime. Oh, he's here. He's here. You
Hey!
stinky man.
Who was
I was just
FaceTiming?
me.
We were wondering what happened.
Had
There
a
he is.
Friends
He
with some
combed his
stuff on him.
hair.
Oh, look at it. It's nice. It's pretty.
All right. So what did I miss? What are you guys talking about?
Let's
Silver
see it.
Surfer?
No, we were talking about the
There he
drop
is,
tomorrow
there
and
he is.
how you're hitting it.
I love it.
All right.
All
right.
He's like a Bigfoot, dude. When you see him, you gotta document it.
The best odds are home Wi-Fi, Spamgate. That's best odds.
Spam gate on that thing.
You still could do it.
Man.
Well, you could try to brave gate
Timing
it.
gate, baby.
I can't do timing for crap. Sleeping and VeVe Vibes, do you do time? I think VeVe Vibes is spam. Well, he might time it. Sleeping and what are you guys doing? Spamgate or you timing or brave gate?
I'm gonna spam tomorrow. I only time on blind boxes normally.
Grab and flip. Okay, so let me read. I know you guys probably read this. So Sleeping said House of M is not good. Yeah, that's true. Grab and flip. Okay, so you're gonna time it, Zacho?
No, I'm gonna spam it
Where are you gonna be during the drop? Where are you at? The house?
tomorrow. I'm at work tomorrow.
You got work Wi-Fi or your cellular?
I'm just gonna have to do it at work, and I've got a tournament going out at 9 o'clock, right when it drops. So it'll be fun.
I mean,
It'll be awesome. I may have a
Go to the bathroom.
break. I'm gonna have a bathroom break right
Oh,
when they tee
you
off,
have to
which makes a
have
ton of sense. For
Your Wi-Fi there's got to be fire. It's got to be good though, right? For your elite members, it's got to be fire.
see, that's the problem. Members at a country club, high paying. They're all old and don't have good cell phones and don't give a shit about Wi-Fi.
They just want dial up on their
They
always.
don't
And
care.
there we go. All right, VeVe Vibes.
Stays in.
There we go.
Always spam.
That's it. That's me though. That's me too. It's to each his own. What about you,
Hey,
Sleepy?
talk to this guy over here. See this guy?
Oh, Bravegate
Okay.
himself. Bravegate. VZ Bravegate.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a braver and a blinder. Bing
All right.
bonger.
Set up the
He
V
said
vault
he's a
for the
blinder.
blinders on, bro. Blinders on. What about you, Franco? You spam all day too, right, bro?
I'm a spammer.
You a spammer boy.
I'm a spammer boy.
Spammer boy.
Spamming my
Fucking
phone at like
fuck.
3 a.m. This
Your
motherfucker.
phone-
Spammer boy.
So you guys
Spammer
already. Hey, Franco,
Yo,
are you going for the chimichanga truck?
no shot.
You gonna pass?
Huh?
You gonna pass?
Yes.
Even if we can mint our own chimichangas?
No. What?
Even if you can mint your own chimichangas?
No shot.
Gamification, bro.
Nope.
The VeVe
Hey, did you
version?
get that? Did you get the airdrop today?
What airdrop?
Oh boy, the fucking blues, or not the airdrop? The,
Oh yeah, no, I didn't collect those, dude. I didn't go after that.
I thought you liked Jurassic Park.
I do, but after I saw the sentiment, I wasn't on it, bro. I backed out. You know, at least
once they pumped, it wasn't worth it.
yeah.
No,
I mean,
yeah, I hear you. I didn't get them either.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so yeah, but you know, to each his own, man. I'm
Yep.
still. I think this Comic-Con week, kind of like the Decon week, these exclusives, they're more limited, so I think there'll be more potential in these than it would have been last week. You know what I mean? So we'll see. I want to get that Silver Surfer 2 sleeping. I want to get that. That one looks pretty gas. It's only
What's your
one. Dude.
favorite?
What a
What's your
joke,
favorite-
dude.
What's your favorite drop this week?
What's happening to me, man?
My
Just
favorite
bugging
drop.
me
Yeah.
I mean,
constantly.
there's only a handful that I've seen. I would say Silver Surfer figure because it's only one. It's rare and it's just one and only. It's almost like the ultra rare, like standalone FA.
Is he a good guy or a bad guy?
He's a good guy, but
Yeah,
he
Silver Surfer.
clashes. Yeah, but he clashes at first because you know people don't know. He's asking for help from the Avengers.
Do you know who he is?
What is that?
You like that, Frank? You like
Huh?
that? Frank, you like that?
I don't have
You like that?
I don't have the this guy. Yeah, Franco. He's a cosmic character, but he's ultimately a good guy. The villains are
No,
Galactus.
Izzy got kicked from the Immortals. No shot.
Wait, Frank, do you know who he is? Like, do you need his backstory on who Silver Surfer is? Kinda, like general. Okay, you know what he does, who he serves,
Yes.
why he does it. Okay,
Right.
so he's sick. That's all you need to know. That's enough of a backstory to know why he's fucking sick. He writes a silver board that gives him powers.
Oh,
writes
we've
that
been
shit.
kicked.
Izzy did.
Oh.
We all did.
No,
got
I did
kicked.
too.
Kicked
All
from
of
where?
us? No
Yeah.
shot.
Diablo?
Dude, no
Yeah.
chance.
Oh
Frank.
I
my!
swear to God.
Why? I didn't know we were morals, and to be honest, in on the week.
Did you guys stream something?
Oh. Damn.
Where's BZ at?
Where's Z?
VeVe Vibes. I think they're playing. These guys are Diablo heads. They were playing Diablo. I think they're saying they might have got kicked from Diablo. I know you like to do some gaming.
I'm kind of
He's
into
got-
I
that.
haven't played their stuff.
We got cracked. We got cracked out of the Immortals. I'm pretty sure.
Wait, I'm
Wow.
trying to.
I wish since I've been getting into comics, I wish I had some of the key comics for Silver Surfer. I don't. I do have the reprint fantasy masterpieces of like his original run, like 1, 3, 4, and 5. I can pull them up. They're pretty cool. But I'm sure it's sleeping and maybe my collectibles have some of the keys. They're
Yeah.
pretty fire though, and they're fantastic. I mean, right now, this weekend is it this weekend? Comic-Con in San Diego, obviously, because of it's all leading up. I've been reading up all the news on the Marvel stuff because I'm a big into the movies and the TV shows. I can't wait, dude. So Black Panther 2, Doctor Doom,
Dude,
Namor,
Trailer.
it's gonna be so fire,
Dude,
dude.
Dude's gotta be in there, right?
Doom
Yeah.
is gonna be in there. He's probably gonna be end of credit scene. He'll be referenced. Namor's gonna be in the movie. He's already cast.
Do you have any idea who Doom's gonna be? Have they cast that at all?
No,
Any rumors?
I can give you some rumors. So no, they haven't. It's been cast, yes, but nobody knows yet. But some words. Javier Bardem is one of the rumors.
Okay. I like that.
What was the other rumor they said? Shoot. I gotta go back. There's a handful of them. So I gotta remember. But he's the latest one that they just talked about. Who was
Dude,
the other guy?
that's why I had to get my FF5, bro. Because people don't understand who Doctor Doom is. They've just seen the 4 movies and they're like,
I
"Oh,
want
he's
FF5 in real life, dude." But it's all of those keys are just like the UF4 real life. I know I talked to Sleep about it. I've been trying to acquire one of those. They're like
I've been considering it too.
and they're still gonna go up though, but they're still.
What's the coming out? Like 30 right now. UF4, I think.
It might have moved up. I haven't looked at it in the last week or so ago, but in real life, those 9.6s, 9. Right now, the comic, just like a lot of the market in the like NFTs and stock, have been dipping. So a good price point, but I think I would say 30 to 40, but definitely.
I'm considering it.
Definitely, Doctor Doom is coming, bro. I forgot who was the other. Rumor. Another one. Here's the other rumor for Doctor Doom. Cillian Murphy is rumored to be Doctor Doom.
Oh, I like it, dude. That's a good casting.
Yep. So but we don't. One of them is going to be
Peaky Blinders guy, right?
Yep. And they haven't. And Keanu Reeves has been talking forever with Marvel. I think he'd still be Ghost Rider, but he could be.
I think that makes a really good Ghost Rider.
He could be, but
which Ghost Rider though? I mean, obviously not Reyes or what's his name?
No,
yeah,
it'll be Blaze or Danny Ketch.
It'll be Blaze probably.
Well, probably Blaze because it will be different. But the other, this 2 weeks ago. All right, so a little bit of inside stuff, right? Russo brothers, who directed a couple of the Captain America, Winter Soldier, Captain America, Civil War, and Infinity War and Endgame. They just finished the movie that's gonna actually on the 22nd. This will be for our Franco's and I's movies at Popcorn Palace Popcorn. They just finished The Gray Man that's going to come out this weekend. It's coming out. I can't wait to see it. It looks good.
Wait, I thought it was but I seen it in theaters. But okay,
so
Netflix,
it'll probably be a limited theater run too. But it's Ryan Gosling and Chris Evans. Chris Evans, obviously, this is being produced. It might have been directed too by the Russo brothers. It's Chris Evans who played his Captain America. He is in with Ryan Gosling. Ryan Gosling has been one of the latest rumors to play Nova in a live-action Marvel movie. Ryan Gosling said that he said he debunked the rumors. He says if he played a Marvel character, he wants to be Ghost Rider. So he's putting his hat in the ring for Ghost Rider.
Nobody could be Ghost Rider but Nick Cage.
He's still Ghost Rider, dude. Multiverse.
I disagree.
Bro.
Yeah, multiverse, but yeah, he's
still Ghost Rider, just like Wesley Snipes is still Blade, even though Mahershala Ali's gonna kill it.
Dude, there is a universe, Frankie, where you are Ghost Rider. You are Ghost Rider.
Here's the thing.
Think about that.
Here's the thing. And the Johnny and the Robbie Reyes is still canon technically, sort of. Yeah. You know? But
Jerry can be Robbie Reyes' version. You can be the Johnny Blaze.
Danny Ketch, who's in the second run of Ghost Rider after Johnny Blaze, he is technically in the Midnight Suns with Blaze. They're both in. Both those Ghost Riders technically are in Midnight Suns, which they're, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff. But also Norman Reedus was the Ghost Rider rumor. So we'll see what's going to happen.
I could see that too.
But we're going to see what's going to happen. But maybe Ryan Gosling's trying to throw us on a loop, and he is going to play Nova, but he wants to play Ghost Rider. And here's Franco, this is for you, man.
Mm-hmm.
There was a movie that Ryan Gosling played a Daredevil-esque, thrill-seeking, motorcycle riding character. What movie was that?
Drive.
Well, no, that's a good one too. He wasn't Drive. But it wasn't that one. He was driving in that, but he rode a motorcycle in another one. He was a stunt driver.
The Notebook.
Nope. A Place Beyond the Pines. He was a Place Beyond the Pines. He was remember him, Bradley Cooper, then a couple of those guys. Anyways.
Yeah, Eva Mendes.
That's a precursor to Ghost Rider, and Eva Mendes was in the original Ghost Rider. Boom. Yeah. Mind blown. Right?
Vibe said we didn't spend enough on microtransactions, Frank.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Dude, you see that, Frank? Look what he said. Like you said, you didn't spend enough on microtransacts. That's sick. No, vibes. We got kicked out of the Immortals because we got sleazeballed on. We got sleazeballed. We got played. It's okay. We'll get him
Hey,
back.
Let's
It's
bring
okay.
Journey in the conversation about multiverse. I know you're a fan of Morbius. It didn't get critically
I'm chapped,
received
Frank.
well.
So
He's
chapped right
he's a
now.
part of the Midnight.
I'm beyond choked right now, boys. I'm sorry.
Sorry. Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. I'm beyond. Jeez. I'm
Who do
sorry.
you think is
My
going to be
bad.
the Ghost Rider and Nova in the MCU? Let's give you that question.
Honestly, I have no idea, man. Like, damn, I haven't even like looked into that too crazy. But do you guys think that we'll see another Ghost Rider soon?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's one of the most powerful people in the universe.
I mean, they're building up to Midnight Suns. Whether they'll do Disney Plus or I think they should like their own movie with Moon Knight, Punisher.
Yeah. You're right. You're right.
That's what I want. I want Moon Knight, Punisher, Daredevil. Throw them all in there.
Yep. And Doctor Strange is in a version of them. So they have a lot of characters that will fit that dark world.
I'll be right back, boys. I'll be right back.
You know what I mean?
Second.
And so I think Ghost Rider's got to be in it because they'll bring another mystical sort of spiritual element. And right now there's, there was a graphic put up. There was a graphic I put up on our Discord. This was a few months ago, probably the beginning of the year, where there's the different phases of Marvel and the different worlds, right? And there's cosmic, there's earthbound, there's spiritual, there's so many different ones, or maybe supernatural, and with with like the Midnight Suns and Ghost Rider, yes, there is a cosmic Ghost Rider version that goes in the Thanos book, but he's still part of that like supernatural character type of stuff. So
you're right though. But what is that? It's probably gonna be like what, 2 years, 3 years out from now, possibly.
Yeah, I think
we still have to get like what is it,
absolutely
Black Knight or something and stuff.
2 or 3 years, yeah. Well, Black Knight is going to be in Blade, in the Blade movie.
Okay, is that
one
confirmed?
One of the rumors. It's starting filming this month or next month.
Okay.
One of the rumors is on Comic-Con they're going to, I think, talk about the plot for Blade because it may not come out till end of next year or even longer post-production, but that's going to be where Dane Whitman should be in that movie, Kit Harington with him in that. And even though they haven't announced Eternals 2 and the first one didn't do too well critically, even though it was a different type of take, I still think that they're going to do eventually another version or a second version of the Eternals or something. But Whitman is also a character that can go into like the Midnight Suns. I think so. There's a lot of possibilities.
I think his characters should be somewhere in there as well. But I can't wait for that. I think that's gonna actually be a banger.
Oh yeah,
movie. I mean, Blade is gonna be so sick. Oh my goodness, I can't wait for those things. So
well, you got Blade, Midnight Sun. You got more. If we throw him in there, there's a lot of potential there. So I'm excited to see it, man. So Ghost Rider is definitely a must. They got to bring him in.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I like Ghost Rider too. Like Ghost Rider is actually pretty badass. That guy is.
Talk about
oh my goodness.
If you talk about, Black Panther 2, because we just saw Thor. After you see the movies, and let me know, Journey, we'll talk spoilers. But after Thor, Wakanda Forever is coming out in November. They're gonna drop a teaser trailer, probably a teaser trailer for sure at Comic-Con, right? And we're gonna see what's gonna unfold in this next version, right? We already know Namor's in there. We know Doom is gonna pop up in some type of mention or appearance. And also Riri Williams. This is her first introduction to Riri Williams, who takes on the Iron Man mantle as Ironheart. And that's going to be in this movie. And she's also going to pop in her own Disney Plus show in the future. She's also going to be a part of Armor Wars. So there's also a lot of cool stuff. Yeah, Vibe says too many movies and shows. Yeah, it's true.
When is this Black Panther movie supposed to be coming out?
November.
Oh, really?
So
is there no trailer or anything out yet? I didn't see
nothing. Everything's been under wraps. There's some concept art that was leaked a few weeks ago online of Namor, Shuri, and a couple other characters.
Okay, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
you vibes. Some of them are a little boring. Some of them are. I'm looking forward to Loki season 2 because I'm a Kang guy.
Oh
Kang
yeah.
guy.
Let's go.
So, some of them were weaker. You're right. As you get more content and quality and quantity, the quality does go down. So the movies have been, for me at least, pretty okay. They are suffering a little because of the so much going on, but they're finally going to refine their direction at Comic-Con. Kevin Feige already said people have been, there was a graphic that came up last week. Somebody put it together saying that all the phases were so many movies and hours of content, and this last phase 4 is like almost triple the amount of hours and content in phase 4, which is crazy. Between all the shows and the movies, and we haven't led up to anything yet because of all the mainly because Disney Plus is the main reason, and the pandemic delayed stuff. But I think it's all leading to Secret Wars, and I think that's what it's going to go to. And I think Kevin Feige will announce where they're going finally. I mean, Secret Invasion is a TV show, but Secret Wars is where, and X-Men and Fantastic Four, they're their own thing, and they will bridge that. But I think Secret Wars is going to be the next big thing, and then Spider-Man and Miles and the Spider-Verse is its own thing. It's kind of crazy, dude. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. So Loki season 2, that's something we could probably be seeing next year, I believe.
It's already filming. It's almost done. It's filming right now.
Okay.
Speaking of that, I'm about to buy a Loki.
Yeah,
So I don't have
Loki is filming right now. I forget if it was in London or where. There were some screenshots of Loki, out in public, doing some scenes and stuff. So that's coming. That'll be out next year, probably second quarter is my guess. Also, I think Agatha, House of Harkness, the spinoff to WandaVision, is coming out next year too. Yep. And I forget the other shows that are confirmed. She-Hulk is coming out, I think, beginning of the year. Or no, it's coming out next month. So you got to look at the slate. But I'm looking forward to Armor Wars. I do think there is a lot of content. I just hope that they do it good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So far for the year, man, Moon Knight was crazy.
Moon Knight was good, bro.
Disgusting. That was
here's my gripe. I haven't seen Miss Marvel yet. I wanted to wait. Now it's all out, so I got to watch it. Hold on. Here's my gripe about Disney Plus, though. That's just like we talked about with Babs and I talked about with Obi-Wan when we wrapped that series. 6 episodes is not enough. No way.
No.
It's if you cram it too tight.
8.
I think it's got to be at least 8. Well, 8, that is maybe at least. And you're not doing them an hour. They're doing 25 minutes on average. Come on. Yeah. So I think I would like them to be 10 to 12, but I'll take 8 if you can. Mando, and even Boba, even though it was a little bit down, not as good, were 8 episodes. But 6, come on, bro. You can't do it with 6. Moon Knight, even though I liked it, I still felt like we didn't get enough. And Obi-Wan, not enough. You still have to make quality content, but you need a little more. Some of these other shows on other networks and stuff, they're putting out at least 8 to 10 episodes. The Boys was 8 episodes. I love all the seasons.
Don't even get me started about The Boys. I just binged it all, dude.
Yeah. I've watched Umbrella Academy. It's actually pretty good too.
I need to start that.
Yeah, but those are all like 8 to 10 episodes. So, anyways, that's my thing. If Marvel continues this, they got to stop putting out these short 20-minute episodes.
They got to stop doing it so often. They're like making 6, but they're doing so many shows. So like they're using the extra 2 episodes per series and producing an extra like 2 series a year. They need to stop doing that. They need to do 8 per, do like 4 different series every year. Maybe lose 1, add 1.
Yeah, they have to make it more quality, dude. Yeah, and they have to.
They're turning into DC when it comes to like.
It's turning into CW. Yeah, and we don't want that.
Yeah.
And I like some of the CW, but not like that. Not like this.
Yeah.
All right, Franco. What about you, brother?
What's up? Talk to me.
You got Apple TV?
Yes, sir.
All right.
No, I got a Roku.
Okay. All right. A show that I've been binging the last couple of weeks, and I've all caught up.
Okay, got it.
What's it called? It's called From All Mankind. It's a space show. Have you seen it?
No.
You gotta watch it, bro. It's
Yeah.
so fire, dude. 3 seasons. The 3rd season is going on right now. Every Friday they release an episode. From All Mankind. You got to watch it, dude.
All right.
Super sick. All right, what does VeVe Vibe say right here? Most of the show seems rushed, formulaic, and just trying to rush Secret Wars ASAP. Trying to rush. Yeah, I think.
I agree.
And a lot of this, not a lot of it, but some of it, you can't blame it all on the pandemic, but part of this whole thing was messed up because of the pandemic, because it almost put like a year and a half plus stronghold on everything, you know. And then Black Widow and Shang-Chi came out, and it was all kind of out of place. And they actually were gonna do Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I think, before WandaVision. A lot of the movies got all mixed around.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, I think actually even with Morbius itself, I don't know if you guys watched it. Obviously, it's been out for a minute, so
Yeah.
I would hope that you guys. But after watching it, man, so now I understand why they didn't drop it during COVID, because if you did, the amount it would have looked so bad because
they were gonna
it's
based
based off of bats.
Yeah,
It was literally the whole movie was
during
going,
COVID. It's just like, oh, that probably wouldn't look too well if you watch it. It actually was like, oh my goodness, no wonder they didn't drop this thing.
Yeah,
and I think they chopped it up and did a few other things with that movie.
And
they redid it.
VeVe Vibes, you're right. Yeah, they were mixed, and they're not all directed. Yeah, they were some of them were directed and written poorly. I do agree. They weren't that great. Not all of them were that great. Miss Marvel, I haven't seen the season. I have to binge, but it's on my to watch list.
Yeah, I haven't watched that either.
I was waiting for all of it to come out in one shot so I could just binge it. I didn't catch it early, so I just said I'm just gonna let it ride. Feels like the shows are made for consumers and not fans. Yeah. What did you think of the Miss Marvel show Vibes if you saw it? Without, and obviously not going to spoil it, but what are your thoughts? Did you like it? Dislike it? I know that Sleepin said he was torn on the ending, but I haven't seen it yet. I do know things that might have come up in it that lead to other stuff just from rumors, without spoiling it or without having seen the show, which are further phases of Marvel that are coming up. So, we need Fantastic Four. We still need X-Men. Fantastic Four, we have little pieces of. We're going to get more. Oh, okay, yeah. Let's send a link to Vibe so you can jump in here.
Oh, heck yeah, dude.
For sure.
You want to
heck yeah, dude.
tweet it to him?
Yeah, I'll put it in the group chat, my boy. Get Vibes in here.
All right, Vibes, yeah.
So I completed my Loki set. I got the last two. Just
Let's see it. Oh, PM.
Classic Loki. Well, this one wasn't in there.
Dang.
I got President Loki.
Oh, wait. Show me President Loki. I have President.
Oh, President Loki.
I have President Loki, and I have the TVA Loki. You got that one?
I don't have that one. That's actually the only one I have to get left.
I think it was an exclusive. I think it was like an insider exclusive or something.
Yeah, and this one came out this year, so.
What's that one? Oh, yeah.
Mostly Loki, yeah.
Could you get the Throg on that series or no?
Actually, I have no idea.
Yeah,
I'm not too sure if that's out yet. Actually, I think there was also I think it was yesterday or something. Miles Morales comic cover or something. Funko Pop.
Where?
Oh my goodness!
Where's it at?
It was so clean.
Where's it at? I need it.
I need it.
That thing sold out already, man.
Oh, sure no, bro.
Oh,
hey,
my
Frank,
goodness.
speaking of that, our Todd Funko's haven't arrived. My Todd's never arrived. Franco, did you get yours?
You got a Todd?
Yeah, I got 2 Todds. I ordered 2.
You probably got mine.
The Funko Todds.
Oh really? Oh, they have those?
They were last year. Me and Frank and our Sally all pre-ordered ours and BZ too.
Oh wow!
They were supposed to ship mid-May, and now we're mid-June, July, dude. Now I don't know where the hell they're at.
This one right here.
That one, yep. I ordered 2 of them.
Yeah, that's mine.
Oh, that's sick.
And you never got it?
They're supposed to ship mid-May. 2 of them. I ordered 2.
It's August.
I know it's all.
How much was that?
I think it was like $15 exclusive.
Okay. That's nice.
Oh man, I might try to go
grab one of those after this.
I need to get into Funkos, dude.
I used to collect Funkos before I had kids, though. Now I end up passing down most of them to my kids. The ones
Yo,
that I have.
Vibes, what's up, Vibes?
Hi, bitch.
What up, vibes?
What's up, big homie?
One of my favorite eggs. What's up, my dude? How you been?
It's good to hear that I'm your favorite egg. I said one of these.
Like, yeah,
can
one
say
of
it.
your.
Dino's not here.
Dino's up there, yeah, for sure. You
Dino's
guys
not
can
here.
go back and forth about it. You know,
Are you guys going to Decon in Anaheim?
I think so. I think I'm gonna.
When is it? November, right?
Yeah.
November. I don't know the exact days, but
I
early
don't know.
November.
17th, 18th.
If I'm going back there, I have family back there, so maybe I haven't met her yet. But I'd
Dude,
like
Jerry.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of content creators are gonna go, and
that'd be fire, dude.
seems like
You're gonna
fun.
I
head down
just
there?
don't know if you want to get the $90.
Yeah, I probably will. Like, I don't know. We're still trying to figure out like the living situation, but like where the hell we're gonna stay
Airbnb.
at. I know some of the content creators were talking about getting like Airbnb together and like all hang out and stuff. So I don't know how that's gonna pan out, but like, dude, worst case scenario, like I just sleep in my car. Like I don't give a
Yeah.
shit. Like, I've done that.
I got
Like,
a
I'll just
hashtag for a reason. Yeah.
the hardest part is just going to be finding somewhere where you can just park for 24 hours and just not get towed or get like a $400 ticket because it's LA. So
That's
it's
my worry as well.
What is it? It's in Anaheim, though, right?
yeah, it's in Anaheim.
Yeah, BZ lives in Anaheim, that way. And then
It's
I
not
have
in
my
Orange
cousin-
County.
Well, he's over there. I have my cousins live out there, so I'd actually have a place to stay. But
It's
that'd
not
be
a bad
chill.
plane ticket either. I don't know about you're in Arizona, so it's probably similar to me. It's probably not a
Mhm.
bad plane ticket, right? Two-way.
No,
probably.
I haven't looked at plane tickets, but I mean, I also might just drive. Like I actually enjoy
Yeah.
driving.
Oh,
for
dude,
sure.
And
How-
I think it's like a 6-hour drive.
Oh, that's not
Yeah.
bad.
I might just do. I think it'd be fun just do like a 6-hour straight, just straight.
Yeah,
like,
just
driving.
drive there. That would be sweet.
Hit up all the Walmarts for hero packs on the way.
The whole way there.
I'm gonna dude.
Yeah.
I really like the hybrid cards for Hero, but like
Yeah.
the digital onlys, I'm kind of over it. Like I made a
agree.
good amount of money, dude. I'm still kicking myself that I didn't buy 10 of those like digital packs like day one when they
The
first
first
dropped.
one, the original OG.
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
Can you
yeah.
imagine
If
spending
you do have
$500
access to
and
it.
just getting like $7,000 for free?
I know.
Just because you
I know.
sold
We
them
all,
all.
we all,
What it
we all
was.
thought we could duplicate that, and we made some on each one, but they all significantly dropped.
Yeah. It was the Pride pack that I was just like, all right,
I
I
know.
think this is done. And dude, honestly, like the artwork was like really bad, like on the
Yeah.
on like the Pride cards. Like I looked,
Oh.
some of them looked all right, but some of them I was just like,
They
This
didn't
is
even
not-
like sell out, right? Like it took a
they
minute.
didn't
I
sell for
believe.
a long
Oh,
time, and they left it. Yeah, they like
I thought
left
I was-
the restriction.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna be able to flip my packs like in like double my money or triple, and I like barely got out of it. It's like, damn.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah,
I took like a $30 hit. I bought 10 packs immediately. Then I was like, oof, this was a mistake. Then I just started selling them, so I only made like 470 back. But all in all, I think I cashed out like $2,000 on HRO, and I put in 500.
Yeah.
So I'm happy with that.
I cashed
Yeah,
out all my
correct.
stuff pretty much, so I was happy with it.
But yeah, talking
Strictly
about the like Miss Marvel show and stuff, I don't know, like it's like I really want to like these Marvel shows and like movies. I haven't seen WandaVision. I know some people really like that show.
WandaVision is one of the best ones. If you haven't seen, that's one of my favorites.
Really?
Yeah.
I've
It
heard
was
some
the
people
first one
think,
out the gate that they did, and it probably has the best story that that tells you more character driven with her and Vision. So
yeah. I'll have to watch that. I guess
Yeah.
the ending. Some people were confused about the ending, or just they didn't like it because they're like Wanda. Basically, I know certain story plots, but it was
Yeah.
like she enslaved like a whole town and then like saved the town from herself, and then people are like, "Oh, good job," or like, "You have no, the people will never know what you sacrificed." It's like so
Yeah.
she like captured a whole town and then
yeah, it's pretty
basically
twisted. Well,
saved
if
them
you
from
saw,
herself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think it started off like when it started off, I was not too into it, but then it
Mhm.
did pick up, and I did enjoy that one as well. That one was it was pretty good, decent story. Again, you have to be a little bit patient with it. A lot of people watch the first, I think it's the first one or two, and they're like, "Yeah, I'm not watching this. This
Yeah.
is like,
If
what
you-
is this?" You know?
Yeah,
But yeah, you have to be a little bit patient with that one.
I actually liked the first two episodes. A lot of people were immediately turned off because they were black and white. Each episode was taking place in a different decade of television, shows that they homaged, and each one. So like if you have a little bit of patience at the beginning, you get through those. I enjoyed them, but if you get through those, it actually builds up. But outside of that, I like the Loki show. I like because I'm a fan of the Kang and I like the Loki character. There was some some filler like 1 or 2 fillers in there, but I liked it. Some of them have been a miss though, but not all of them have been great.
I haven't seen the Loki show. I know. Yeah, I haven't seen that yet. I mean, I need to catch up with that. I still haven't seen even Spider-Man Into the Multiverse, whatever the cartoon one with like Miles Morales.
You haven't seen?
Yeah.
Ooh, dude, that might be the best Spider-Man movie made.
Yeah, a lot of people peg that one as the best version of Spider-Man in movie. Even though it's animated, because it does have different types of animation, throughout the movie. And the sequel, and then the third one, which are pushed out the next year and the following year, are even going to take that up another notch. And that's the reason they supposedly delayed it. It was coming out in October. They delayed it another year because the graphics and the visual effects were so far behind. There's been a lot of shortages with visual effects artists and controversy with that.
Yeah.
But you should watch it, dude.
Dude,
I'll watch that, and then Loki, and then Wanda, and that's what I mean. There's so many shows. I haven't seen Hawkeye. Like, there's, I haven't seen Black Widow. Like, there's just so many shows and movies. There's
too much content they're putting out.
Yeah. It's a lot of stuff. You're not gonna like all of it, but like Hawkeye wasn't that great. It was okay. But
yeah, that was okay.
Hawkeye, if you miss Hawkeye, you're okay. But Loki and Wanda are, to me, 2 of the best ones. I like those.
I'm afraid they're gonna make it to where you have to watch the shows when you watch the movies, though, because after I saw Doctor Strange, I was like, I wish I had seen WandaVision or whatever to have like a little bit of a backstory here. I'm afraid in like 5 years, it's like, oh, I didn't see the Hawkeye show in 2022, and so I don't know who this character. I'm afraid that I don't want them to do that.
It's just weird. Sometimes it feels like you're kind of being forced to watch like a 4 to 6 hour show, just because there's like literally a 2 to 3 minute snippet, like at different parts of episodes that like kind of tease something in the future. It's like, well, the ending of Miss Marvel, they tease this, and like in this episode they tease that, and then it's like, okay, I don't know. Like, so the Miss Marvel show, I actually really like the first 2 episodes. Like, I know, I'm not a huge fan of like her abilities. They seem kind of lame, to be honest. I heard they even like retconned her abilities because like in the comics,
a little bit,
she could transform straight up like into other people, and I heard like in the comics she pretty much just takes on the persona of Miss Marvel like the whole time. But in the show, she has these different. I mean, they show in the trailer she has these crystal abilities or something like that. But I like how they get the family involved a lot. Like, I actually like the family. Like, the dad is one of my favorite characters. He's just funny and like, really into it. And it's not too many movies you get to see, or like superhero movies you get to see like a family, right? Like, usually like the parents are like never around, or they're dead, or like Spider-Man, it's just like Uncle Ben, but like he dies and all that stuff. So it's like nothing that really like. There's like, a brother and a sister and like a mom and dad. And it's like, how are they going to balance all that stuff? Which like, Peter Parker and like the Spider-Mans kind of did, but it was just them and Aunt May. And like, that was pretty much it. Like Mary Jane, and like, that's it for like, when it comes to connections and stuff. So I really like the art style. There's some things where she's like walking and there's like cool, like almost like graffiti art kind of going on in the background and like on the walls, but then it just like disappears for like 4 episodes. Like, it doesn't show up again till like the very end of like the last episode, where they kind of do that cool artistic and like music stuff. I'm like, holy shit, I actually like that, but like it just disappeared. And I don't know why they changed it up. Like, if they just kept that theme and that style all the way through, I probably would have liked the show more.
I know that go ahead. I was gonna say, I know that they had made it like Scott Pilgrim-esque, like the movie. Have you ever seen Scott Pilgrim? It's an older movie. But the movie's based on like
on your list too,
or whatever, and they have those kind of graphic animation things running everywhere in the movie, and they kind of homage that. I expected that was throughout the whole show. I didn't know that they only did it for a few and then scaled back.
Yeah, and then episodes 3 and 4 were like, okay, it definitely slows down. Well, I would say like episodes 4 and 5, like it's all about Kamala Khan. Like the first like 3 episodes, it's all about her, that she kind of gets these powers and she's trying to figure out like how to, it starts finally getting interesting, where it's like, all right, how's she going to balance like this with school, with her friends and family and her abilities, and like kind of also fighting crime and doing stuff. Then it immediately just switches over. Like episode 4 and 5, it gets like this lighthearted thing, then it immediately turns into this like drama, and it starts really digging into like the backstory of this, like how she got the power and how her family's had it for quite a bit of time and some other things, and it just gets like really heavy all of a sudden. I'm just like,
do you think that because they had to do that because it was such a condensed show, that if it would have benefited from another 2 where you can earn that drama and build off of that.
For sure. I think all of these like Disney and like Star Wars shows could greatly benefit from just 8 episodes.
Yeah.
But on top of that, I think they would have introduced some of that like
Earlier.
like stuff like earlier in the show instead of like literally episode 4 and 5, and then it seems like they just rushed the 6th episode to like wrap it up, and it's unfortunate. But like overall, like it's I don't expect every like new superhero they introduce to just have these really badass powers and like always one up like the original superheroes, like Wolverine or whatever, and all that stuff. But yeah, I think she's for the most part, like I just not a huge like I like these characters, but I just don't trust Disney and like Marvel sometimes to make like really compelling or like interesting characters, like really flesh out their backstory. Like, have you guys seen Doctor Strange, like the Multiverse of Madness?
I have.
Like,
yeah.
Like what do we know about America Chavez? Like, okay, like she has powers and she's like afraid of bees. That's it. Because when she was afraid of a bee and she like sucked her 2 parents like through a portal. That's all we know about her. Like, I don't know that much about her.
Yeah, we just got introduced to her, and we were into the story like right after.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like I just have a bad feeling that they're just going to use her as a plot device in like the MCU, and like she just might make like kind of funny one-liners, but it's just like nothing about like, all right, well, like what is she sacrificing? What is she dealing with? What are these connections and flaws with other people that she has that she's dealing with? Like none of that's there. It just seems like a lot of the time they just get powers and then everyone else is like, "Whoa, you're great." I don't know.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. With Kevin Feige, I trust Feige as long as he can still lead and do his direction. Now Disney, I don't trust Bob Chapek. Disney, if they let Feige and Marvel's producers do their job, like flesh out their stories and do it all, I think that it could get back on track, so to speak. So that's what I definitely am hoping for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did like the Miss Marvel. They did really dig into like the kind of like the Middle Eastern like culture. They really explored that, which I really liked. Like the parents were awesome. They went to like a mosque and did all this stuff, which was cool. But I don't know, just those it just felt like not like a bait and switch, but like episodes 4 and 5 kind of felt like that one episode in the new Boba Fett show, where it's just like, wait,
it was out of place.
Yeah, there's just like Mando for like an episode and a half. Like, what's going on here? Like, it's just so random.
Yeah,
and like the whole backstory part, like, isn't that bad? But it's just like the entire episode 5 is just that. And then you get to this like lighthearted like young girl, and it's actually kind of a nice change of pace because everything in the Marvel thing seems kind of like serious all the time, and always like there's always some big world-ending thing that's happening over and over and over and over. So,
did you watch the new Thor?
I have not.
I won't spoil it or not, but yeah, if you want something that's not so serious, they actually went a little bit over the top.
That's what I heard too. Like I haven't seen what's it called, Dark Planet or like Dark World.
Dark World is
Ragnarok. Yeah. Ragnarok is really good. I heard Dark Planet
good.
is kind of like but I heard like the new Love and Thunder, like they were almost too over the top of the comedy. Like there's some really serious parts, and then all of a sudden just gets immediately cut off by like a joke, or it's like, all right, finally, like whatever his name's, Gore the God Butcher. Like I heard he was like criminally underused in the show, like in the movie. Like he should have had way more screen time.
Yeah, he did good when he was on. He definitely would have been nice to see a little bit more of him. The movie was 2 hours, which is most Marvel ones are between 2:15 2:30. That's probably one of the shortest ones on the Marvel end. I think somebody wanted them to cut it down for some reason. So, you're right.
I heard they had like 4 hours of footage, and like they were kind of like forced to cut it down. Like I'm not, sure who was involved with that stuff, but
some of the stuff some of the stuff that got cut was some legal stuff that was happening with one of the actors and their agent and some legal dispute. So they had to cut all her stuff out. So. Yeah. It could have been 20 minutes, but there's still like an hour and a half of more stuff to put in there.
Mm-hmm. For sure. So it definitely just seems like, I know, and it's probably just because I'm very critical to shows. Like after I watch the show, like one of the first things I do is immediately go on YouTube, just type in the show name, and like there's a bunch of very critical reviews about, like, hey, like why is this plot this, and clearly the character said this, and like all that stuff. And there's definitely like plot holes as well as just the writing direction is just bad. Or
there's going to be so much plot holes when you think about timelines, alternate or multiverses, dimensions. I mean, we got the what's it called, quantum realm in Quantum Mania coming. We have alternate dimensions and Doctor Strange. We have multiverses now with Spider-Man and timelines with Loki. So if you talk about all that, bound to be some type of like what's it called, loopholes and continuity issues for that. It's definitely starting to stretch it, which it's crazy. But how are they going to tie it? It's going to be not perfect.
It's almost
nobody can die is what it means. No character can die in their universe, and they can keep them on forever.
There's another version. Variants.
Tony Stark can come back in 15 years after Robert Downey Jr. just wanted a break for a minute, and he can come back and reprise his role from Robert Downey or Tony Stark from 617 universe. So here he is, same guy.
Just the universe next door,
But he's basically the same. He's almost the same thing. Yeah, they can do the same thing.
It's just him, but like without the goatee. It's just
it's the same thing, just clean shaven. He's got a full wax done every day.
Yeah. I just really wish. I kind of wish that Disney took their time with all these shows. Just wait for that. It's leading up to Secret Wars, or at least something along those lines. And it's I wish they would just basically put that off for like another year or two, and then like just give all these episodes they're putting out another 2 episodes, make them all 8, just like really flesh out the characters, focus on the writing, like all that stuff. It definitely, because like I said, like even Miss Marvel, like she's doesn't have like the coolest superpowers, but like she was actually kind of interesting, and I wanted it to be more about her. Instead of just kind of like those very deep backstory and then some other stuff. Did you hear about like how there was like a teaser at the end of Miss Marvel?
I heard about it. Since I haven't seen it, I heard about it, and I kind of know what it's about from what the hints and stuff I've been seeing. I've just avoided the direct detail because I wanted to see it in person. But I kind of know what it's about. Like, and I know that Sleepin', I know he's in our chat. He said that he was mixed on it. I don't know if he's picked it, if he liked it or not at the end, but I don't know.
That's the only thing I don't like about Kamala Khan is that she's quite literally like a little bit of everything, and she just doesn't really have like a clear identity, and so that part kind of gets a bit tripped up. Which So if you watch it, like let me know, and then
I will. I want to watch it this week and finish it in a couple of days, in a day or two, because it's all there.
I still have to watch that one. I haven't watched it, so I'll probably give it a go. Watch that
all those
as well.
All those shows I literally watch on some like streaming site, which is not Netflix, not Marvel, Disney Plus, whatever. And I just watch it like 1.5 speed. Like I just watch it like I watch like YouTube videos, because it's like it's just so much content to get through, and I'm just like, all right, I can understand the conversation. And
Vibes, I saw one of your recap videos when you were talking about, was it old Rhubarb's video, and you were playing back his. I think it was. I watched it today, and then it was a little faster. I was like, he sped up the video, which is good though. It's efficient. It works.
Yeah, I put it at 1.25 because I was like, all right, I don't want to stand here for just like a whole minute and a half of talks. Like maybe if I cut it down to like a minute, it's worthwhile. But I like honestly, it comes through with the way I talk to you sometimes. Like sometimes I talk so fast, I stumble over my words, because if it's someone that talks really fast, I'll have to put it like 1.5. But most of the time I do listen to stuff at like ×2 speed. For the most part, just like get the information.
I need to start doing that, because I watch a lot of YouTube all the time. I'm always playing in the background, and I should probably do it at the 1 point something else. So I probably save a little bit of time and just get through stuff faster.
Yeah, if you're watching like hours of YouTube like I do a day, like it definitely saves a bit of time. All it does really is just it allows you to watch like 2 or 3 more videos a day that would normally, you spend the same amount of time watching YouTube, but you just can consume more.
You saw the Marvel, Miss Marvel. Now she's going to appear again with the other 2 Marvels characters in the Marvels movie sequel to Captain Marvel next year. That's going to air, so they're filming that next. So we'll see how that goes.
Which is
money. We didn't actually. I didn't stack anything yesterday. I sold what I had got on drop. But what did you guys do?
No, I didn't stack them either. I did see Superstar Money talk about that in our Twitter chat, and I was like, yeah, it's probably not a bad idea, but I'm still saving some of my gems. So I'll probably pick up a few of them, just because, like you said, it is on brand. We are the Palace, so we got to have a couple in our vault. But I'm looking at what's coming up right now. Got to be a little more strategic with the gems. Trying to get my KYC going right now, and then I'm I'm waiting. I want to go for that Silver Surfer, and I'm also waiting for August because I think some big stuff's going to happen. So I think I need to start preparing right now. Vibes, you know what I mean?
Yeah, AF-15 is. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
it's inevitable. It's like
yeah, because August 1st is the day that AF-15 came out. So it's Spider-Man Day is August 1st, and it's the 60th anniversary. So I can't think of a better
KYC Day. Dang it!
Yeah, it's literally the day after KYC Day or whatever. So I don't think it's a surprise that they're doing it like the day after, right?
Yeah, anniversary. Yeah, and if that happens, I'm gonna kick myself if I didn't have a stack to go after some of those, even though they're gonna probably be astronomical, to be honest.
Yeah, I honestly skipped the what's it called, the lenticular drop. I did not think it would do well. The more recent one, because like the posters kind of flopped, like at least like the first day.
Yeah,
they didn't do as well as I thought, and
correct.
On top of that, I was like the lenticulars are starting to get a bit saturated. Like not only in real life, I watched VeVe and 3's video on it, but also
that's what your video was about.
Yeah, and then but also it was like these are not like vintage historical posters. Like these are lenticulars of like an event that kind of happened in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Disneyland and stuff, but I knew the 1300 edition would do better because there was just less mints than the other three. But I did not think it would like go up to like 200 or something like that. I'm like,
that's what I think. Most of us thought the same, and even initially after markets, I looked at the prices. I'm like, oh, that's not too bad, and I think they started rising over time. So, but like what goes up must come down. Sometimes it happens. Not very many things. Vibes, if you've been seeing it, kind of continue to rise and stay up there. So. And when we get the announcement of all these other things coming up, including the AF, everything you see now is not going to stand. So
everything's going to dip because everyone's like, oh, the posters are skyrocketing and this and that. Like even the rocket poster, I think it's just for the memes because it's like, oh, to the moon.
It looks
like
cool.
Omi, NFT, VeVe, like, oh, it's all going to the moon. I think it's just a bit of a meme, but like the second the next Grail comes out, whether it's AF-15 or whatever the next big piece is that people are going to label as like probably top 5 or top 10 NFT, then everything is going to go back down. So I think, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, you put out a video, it's been a while, where you said, I think was it your top 5 or top 10 comics real life you would like to see come to VeVe? Yeah. And AF-15 was on there. ASM 300. What were some of the other ones that you were that you said on there?
Hulk 181. Yeah, Hulk 181. That which is Wolverine. I wanted to see FA Punisher too, which isn't like a super like it's not like a Grail or anything like that, but it's just I like Punisher. He's a cool character.
Which one was his first appearance? I've been getting into comics recently.
Amazing Series? Spider. What is that?
Oh no, 129 I think is what it is.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. It's the one with him. 129 I think is what it is.
Mm-hmm. And then I also said the like Secret Wars comic too, just because the Secret Wars, like the original one, because I guess there was like a remake of it, or like they did.
So there's 3 Secret Wars. There's Secret Wars original run, then Secret Wars 2, and then Secret Wars like the 2815 version, which is the modern.
I would assume probably the original.
Yeah, you're probably thinking the original run with Doctor Doom and that's got the Spider-Man Secret Wars 8, which is a symbiote Black Spider-Man pose. That's one that's the Grail. Some people that's a big blue chip comic.
Yeah, just like as I said, first appearance Thor, first appearance of Hulk, Iron Man.
Iron Man tells of suspense, and then Hulk. There's still a handful of those ones because I've been following a lot of this stuff just recently in real life comics. I've been collecting some. I talked to Sleepin about it, and there's still some of these key characters that they're not. AF-15 is going to demand the most, and then like if you look at the Incredible Hulk, his first appearance, and Wolverine, they're like next in line. Like, and then there's a bunch of others after that.
Mm-hmm.
But Wolverine obviously is huge.
Wolverine's going to be big. Like I'm a huge Wolverine. I love X-Men. Like I'm a huge X-Men fan. I like Wolverine is by far and away like the most popular X-Men character of all of them.
Go ahead.
No, I said, and I usually I used to have like all the comics. I just had like anything Wolverine related, like on the cover, and then I end up selling some, and now I'm kind of like doubling back and buying.
Did you really collect? See, I never did back in the day. I collected basketball cards. I wish I would have gotten the comics back
That
then.
was basketball.
No,
cards
not in real
too.
life. I sorry, I meant just like on VeVe. Like I was just buying.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say, damn, you collected that back in the day.
Oh,
Well, that would have been way beyond our time. But you could have acquired those even at a tenth of the cost now back then than they are now, even something like that.
mhm.
Well, okay, let's talk about Wolverine real quick. Wolverine, Hugh Jackman's been playing him. He's almost 60 years old. He says even though he says he's always tired of eating chicken breast and rice every day when he gears up for that role. I think because Deadpool 3 is coming, they're probably going to announce something it's confirmed. It just hasn't been officially announced. I think he would do it again to play on live, opposite Ryan Reynolds in Deadpool. I think he would for that. Outside of that, I don't think he would do another set of movies. So recasting him, the latest rumor is taking Taron Egerton, who's the guy from what is it? What's the movie? Secret Service. What are the Secret Service movies?
Kingsman.
Golden Circle. What are those ones?
Kingsman.
The Kingsman movies. Remember that kid?
I
So
think
he's
that's an
been
odd
looking at
choice
him now.
for Wolverine.
Yeah. He's
Maybe
wanting
like a young
out,
Wolverine.
wants to play. He's been working out, dude. He's getting yoked up, and he's a short guy. And
Wolverine is short on paper.
What do you think of him being rumored as he's the one? He's trying to get the role right now for the new version of Wolverine and X-Men. He's been working out.
I don't know. I don't know that much, like about him for the most part. Like it's kind of hard to like not see someone else. It's hard to see someone else play Wolverine. Right? It's just like for a lot of people, like Tobey Maguire's like my Spider-Man, or if you're really old, like Lou Ferrigno is like my Hulk. Like if you're, if you're like really old, it's like it's hard to like see someone else. But like I don't.
Michael Keaton is a Batman.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's George Clooney with his like nipple suit Batman outfit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Rock Kilmer, I liked his. He was underrated. Well, I think he's going to be recast. I don't know if you've seen some of his movies. He was in a movie called Eddie the Eagle with Hugh Jackman. They were in a movie together, but we'll see. I think he's going to be recast outside of maybe 1 to 2 more, and he's done because he can't be doing it past 60 something.
Yeah, I think you make kind of like a cameo.
Tony Stark can because he's in CG 80% of the time, and he just needs to show him. But Wolverine can't do that.
Yeah, they could just show his face, and I know Hugh Jackman, if he did get recast, like of course they could just do CGI's like body and stuff like that. But I think he's too stubborn to do. Like he's like, all right, if I'm going to do the part, like I'm going to do the part. And so he's going to eat chicken breasts and stuff. And
and they did Logan, so they told his old man story already, and that was a great movie. That movie was great.
I did like that one, and I'm trying to remember. There was like a film channel that like did a quick review of like Logan, and they said like that's probably like one of the best openings ever. It's like when you see a superhero, or he's a superhero, but I think he kind of borders that line of superhero and anti-hero in a way.
Yeah,
but probably leaning more towards like anti-hero for the most part. But you always just see him that he's kicking ass and he's stabbing people and stuff. But like there, he's old, he's tired, he's literally sacrificing his body to like make sure the limo doesn't get hurt, right? And like his claws kind of don't work, like he's just beaten down, and like that's the kind of character development that like I just feel like modern movies just don't have anymore. Like I realize there's 12 years worth of Hugh Jackman and like Wolverine to build off of, so it's like there is that.
Yeah.
That's one of the greatest comic book movies ever made. That one's got to be top 5 for sure.
Yeah, it's great, and I think he'll probably make like more of a cameo, kind of like he did in I think it was Days of Future Past. Remember, like Magneto and Professor Xavier walked in.
That was cool.
He just wanted to F off.
Timeline.
It was literally 12 seconds long, and he just wanted to F off.
Zach. It was a movie Logan. I forget how, it's been now.
Oh yeah. That's the one with his daughter, right?
Yeah.
Who is technically Nick's, right?
X-23. Yeah, that's X-23.
Yeah.
I heard in the comics, or I think it was probably the same in the movie. It's not technically his like daughter, but it's just like a clone of him in a way, or it's like they use his name, something like that. So
so it's like I don't think in female form, basically.
Yeah, or it's something similar.
Weird.
I don't remember exactly, but I don't think he like actually, like a woman gave birth and like happened to be his daughter. I think it was like a clone. Like
Yeah, that
laboratory.
sounds about right.
I think that's
We'll
how
have
It's
played
some
out.
Homelander stuff.
We'll have to ask us, Sleeping for some clarification on the next one. Yeah, Homelander. Yeah. Oh man, have you seen The Boys?
It's fresh on the brain, dude.
Yeah, I've seen the dude. I just binge watched The Boys. Like,
That's what I did last
think
week.
Like 2 weeks ago, I was like,
The whole thing though, you never had seen it before this spin?
That was me.
Yeah, you're just like Zach.
Yeah, I watched all 3 seasons this week.
That's insane. I saw it when it came out, and like this season is probably the best, well constructed start to finish.
Oh, that 3rd season was phenomenal. Yeah.
I mean, you got to watch the journey. Go ahead.
Yeah. What's his name? In my opinion, probably the most interesting and well written character that I probably literally ever seen on screen is Billy Butcher. The guy,
dude.
The guy, he just in a constant gray area. When you think he's doing good, he like he does good shit for bad reasons, and he does bad shit for good reasons.
Yeah, when he knocked him out in the bathroom, he's like helping him, but he's like he didn't have to hit him in the face to do it. So he's so complex.
Yeah,
he's like a leader, but he's also like very disconnected from like the people that he's leading. Like he just doesn't like he kind of pretends to understand like, oh, your daughter and this and that. He almost just kind of uses it as leverage to like keep him around. Like, oh, what about your daughter? And then what about your drug abuse and all that stuff, with like the other guys and stuff. It's like really weird. And there's times where you're like, even I remember the times where like there was that like 2 or 3 episodes he was just gone and kind of what's his face was like leading them. And then when Billy Butcher came back, I'm like, thank God, like finally like they can come back and start doing stuff.
Yay, another fight.
And that's a good character when you're like down that he's not around, but then when he finally comes back, you're like relieved. You're like, because he's kind of like a trying to make the connection, but I know a lot of like very good stories do this where the person that has all the answers, they always knows what to do and like what's the next move to make. I think in like Lord of the Rings, that was Gandalf, right?
I was about to say Gandalf.
Gandalf was the one with all the answers, knew what to do, where to go, all that stuff. Then when he kind of got, killed off in the first movie, you're just kind of like, oh shit. Now what is the group?
Everybody's lost and confused. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's what just makes interesting storytelling. And I know Billy Butcher, he was only gone for like a handful of episodes, but that's kind of where I had the same feeling where it's like, oh shit, like the dude with all the answers is gone. And now everyone else has to just like figure it out.
The whole storytelling and character building if you look at each one of those characters and they've all been through their own trauma and stuff. I mean, even Homelander, and I love the actor Anthony. There was a show he had a show, it was called Banshee on like Max like 10 years ago. He was like the lead from like 5 seasons. Awesome show that he was in, action drama. And then he disappeared, and I saw him on this. And I was like, holy! When this first aired, right? And I was like, that's Banshee. And anyway, and now, and he's Homelander, and he kills that role. And you know how the scene it reminded me of it was a William Dafoe Green Goblin back and forth that he did in this season where he's talking to himself. I mean, there's a lot of internal conflict with that character right there too. He's
in the mirror, yeah.
And then to see the new character Soldier Boy say that he's his dad. Oh my god, I couldn't do it, dude.
I actually heard that the comic is like really different than the show. I actually heard that like the show has actually done a much better job telling a story.
Oh, I haven't read it. I'd have to check it out.
I haven't read it either, but I watched a couple of videos that like reviewed and comic book and talked about it. Like apparently, like Black Noir, like in the comic, was like a clone of Homelander or a guy that like looked like him and like kept him in check. It was just like super weird. I'm just
that's what I saw in speculation video for spoilers and bringing him back in season 4, whatever it be, because originally in the comics it's like he is a clone of a clone of a clone of something weird.
Yeah,
so they can just clone him mixed with Homelander, mixed with Soldier Boy's urine, and here we go, Piss Boy. He's all yellow.
The Boys has done well. It has like some animation spin-off, which I haven't seen, but it's also it has another spin-off of the same world that they're going to be filming soon too. I guess it's like superheroes like in college, like that are like essentially like before they become heroes. And it's going to be some type of story like that. That's good. Based off of the comics, like in that same way.
So kind of like what's his name? Supersonic, like what they were talking about, what they used to do in college days, how they'd go drinking and stuff. That's what they were talking about, if I remember correctly.
Oh, they
So-
made a reference to it, I think.
Yes, like Starlight and
Starlight,
Supersonic on like that one show, American Idol, wherever it was. Like,
Yeah.
there was literally like a 4-minute
they-
conversation
yeah,
of
they
them
talked
just
about,
ranting about partying in their college days
Yeah.
and stuff together.
Yeah, they talked about like hero pageants and stuff like that she would attend to, and like
Hmm.
which was kind of interesting. But I don't know how they pulled it off, because I know the whole Superman and/or whatever the head league is of the superheroes is like ends up being bad, right? You look at like Invincible, and then you look at this show, you see like some of the other previous like Justice Leagues were like, all right, Superman's bad now, or like he turned bad. There was another show that kind of did that that kind of like trope again, where it's like,
Invincible is a great show. I love that show.
I've heard that's awesome too.
yeah, I
Amazing.
watched Invincible. It's just as graphic and gory.
Oh, yeah.
As,
It-
it's not a little bit more because it's animated, but yeah.
Yeah, it looks for animation like I was blown away. I was like, I'll give it a shot, and I was like, holy shit! I couldn't stop watching it. And I was like, I need season 2.
Yeah, I think the craziest one is where, it's not really spoilers, but it's like one of the superheroes is basically forced to like go through a train and like all the people inside, which was
Oh my god! Yeah, it was
crazy.
nuts.
That scene. Yeah, so it's like, oh my god.
Check it out. That's on Prime too. That's so good. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm trying to like, I don't know how, but somehow the boys managed to make that like trope like actually interesting, and I think it's because of the personal connection with like a lot of the superheroes and
Butcher,
even-
Homelander, and
I kind of like what's her face, kind of like the Wonder Woman knockoff. I forgot her name.
Oh, man.
Maeve,
Yeah.
Queen
Maeve.
Maeve,
She played a much bigger role in season 3, which I kind
season
of
3.
liked.
Yeah.
Yeah. She kind of got a little more redemption in this one.
Mhm.
I mean, even A-Train finally had a little bit of character development here because he was
That's-
such a douche. And then you
that's
watch it
what I
in this,
like
episode,
the
in
most.
this season, and it's like he finally like
There's character development there, and he's
it
like,
came back from the first half of season 1, where you saw.
what he's like, do we need to say I'm sorry in a Hero-gasm, dude? I was
Yeah.
like, yo, this scene's intense. You didn't say I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He like just starts like, I'm like, oh, I didn't
I didn't
expect
think he was
that.
going to do it, and they went.
I didn't expect that. Oh wow, good for this guy.
I actually meant it this time.
Uh-huh.
And what's this? God, is it Wave? No, it's not Wave. The
Deep.
water dude.
The deep.
Oh yeah, the deep.
The
That-
deep.
I thought he
It's
was
just like
gone from certainly right at that there.
A lot of season 2, he was just like on the sidelines, like in the middle.
Yeah, he was, dude. I could relate heavily with the deep in his cult indoctrination, Jerry. I'm sure you can understand why. I was like, yo, this is phenomenal, dude. This is great, bro, because it was pretty accurate the way they were kind of like portraying a few things. I was like, oh,
Well, yeah, I mean,
What?
if you look, all of them are spoofs off of DC and Marvel characters, every single one.
Mhm.
And Soldier Boy is a spoof of Winter Soldier, Bucky Barnes, and Captain
Literally.
America. He's a spoof of both of them because if you see the stuff in that episode or like when you introduce him, that's what they did to Bucky, and then they put him in this chamber like Captain.
he's the original superhero. He's
Yeah.
from the 1940s or whatever.
And he traveled. He was frozen in time. It was like
He frozen in time or done made. Like other
you watch it
people.
all happen, and you're like, "Holy shit, this is crazy!"
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Homelander's basically like, let's be honest, he's basically Superman. He has lasers out of his eyes. He can fly.
Yeah.
He is super strong.
But they picked them off from each. They picked up a few. That's what's awesome. It's like at first it was
Billy
Like,
Butcher is kind of a Nick Fury type character in a sense. Like it makes sense for sure.
Yeah,
Yo, all right,
he's a
boys.
combination of like,
I'm gonna have to head to bed.
all right,
It's
Jordan,
already
yeah,
like close to 1 o'clock over here, but yeah, guys, enjoy your night.
I may have to.
Good luck
join
on the
you.
drops tomorrow.
I got work early.
thanks.
I'll continue for a bit, Jern.
Yeah.
See you
Yeah, I'll
tomorrow,
catch you guys
baby.
later, yo.
Peace
Yes,
out. big
bro.
yeah, because what's his name? Billy Butcher's definitely a combination of, like you said, Nick Fury and what's the girl's name? Like the black like leader chick in I think it's DC. She's like head of like the Suicide
Amanda
Squad.
Waller.
Amanda Waller.
She's
Yeah,
like
Amanda
he's like a
Waller.
mixture of both. We're like Amanda Waller's like very cutthroat, like just very
Very aggressive.
Amanda Waller / Rick Flag.
Yeah.
Rick Flag was out there with them.
Yeah.
yeah. Billy Butcher's like a combination of both of those characters, which I
Well-
liked. I heard They added a couple characters too, and like removed the others and stuff like that. I mean, it's hard to make a perfect one-to-one adaptation of like a comic.
Yeah, from one video that I saw, the dude was like, they're obviously missing a ton of storylines and skipped a lot of stuff. Like season 3 is stuff that happens way late in the comics, but
yeah. But I do want to make you want to
die early, but
make you want to read the comics though to see it, because then you can kind of see, and then they might bring stuff later. But I mean, I always like to see these actors play in different, so to speak, franchises or TV shows. Like you look Billy Butcher, right? That's Carl Urban. Urban, played in the Marvel universe, and he was in Star Trek, and he was in Judge
what did he play in Marvel?
He played Surge, who was in the last 3 Thor movies, except for he died at the end of the 3rd one. He sacrificed himself. He was
Surge.
Yeah, he was like another one of those warriors, with the Warriors. He wasn't the Warriors 3, but he was like the other guy, the bald-headed tattoos on his head.
Oh yeah.
And he was in Lord of the Rings too. He played a character in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I played Eamor.
So it's always cool to see these guys cross. And I've talked to Zach and a bunch of other guys over so many times about talking just crossovers between Marvel and DC actors crossing and doing different movies, like in the DC and Marvel, and some even within the same universe, like Marvel. They play 2 characters in the same Marvel universe. Yeah. You know what I mean? Or same Marvel on Marvel, like they don't go to DC. It's just like Oscar Isaac. He's playing 3 Marvel characters. He played Apocalypse in the
Oh yeah, that's right.
He played Moon Knight in the Marvel new universe in the current MCU, and
he's theoretically like 4 different characters.
He's voicing Spider-Man 2099 in the sequel to Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
So it's like it's nuts. And then Chris Evans was
you go off a list. You name one character, and you just
I go off. And then you could also throw in, if you throw in Star Wars, then you can cross all of them and weave them like crazy. Dude.
It's like the same 50 actors that they use in all this. It's wild if you think about it.
Or they just upgrade like Deadpool, like Green Lantern, Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds. Yeah. Played one. I thought there was another actor that did something similar. He played like a DC and a Marvel character.
Trust. We can go on a rant here. How long have we done? We've done this for hours before, Jerry. Huh? Who else?
Just actors that have played.
Yeah, you name one, and then you're like, okay, who's the next? And you.
All right, you gotta do it though. You gotta do it. So.
Like Christian Bale, he was Batman, Gore the God Butcher.
He's new. He's new in there.
Yeah. But still applies.
If you go, and Ryan Reynolds is another one. Ryan Reynolds was in Blade 3. He played Hannibal Caine, who was in the that was Marvel.
Then you got
even if it was the Fox Marvel. Let me see.
Oh, what's his name? The actor he I don't know if this is technically counts, but he plays Penguin in the new movie. But he also played Bullseye in like the old Daredevil movie.
Yeah, that counts. That's DC Marvel. That's Colin Farrell.
Colin Farrell. Yeah, he played the Penguin and then Bullseye. I mean, when did that movie come out? Like 2000.
Oh, that's it. You got one right there. Ben Affleck played Daredevil, and now he played
Batman. Then you got Michael Keaton, who played Batman and Vulture. So you got 2 in that.
And then you got in the same movie Daredevil, Foggy Nelson was Jon Favreau in Marvel, and he's Happy Hogan in Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's true. There's actually quite a bit of crossover.
There's a lot. William Dafoe, Goblin in Marvel, and he played the villain a good guy in Aquaman.
Yeah.
He played one of the right-hand men to Aquaman and the family.
Yeah.
I forget what his character was, but yeah, that's the cool part about doing that. It's pretty fun.
You name one character, then you think of another character.
I know the actor. I don't think he was technically in the movie. I think he was like in kind of like the cutscenes or like not extra credits, but the Joker that played the actor that played the Joker in the new movie.
Yeah.
He was also in the Eternals. He was the the Druid.
It's Druid. Yeah, Druid. Barry Keoghan is his name.
I'm terrible with actors' names. So I don't think Joker was in the movie, but there was a lot of scenes where he was involved.
Joker was it? He was in it. Wait,
tail
wait.
end, right?
At the very end, I
They
believe.
didn't show his face, but they talked to him, and then in the deleted scene, they showed his face.
Yeah, the deleted scene they showed his face. So that's another one he was like in the Eternals, and then also he's in DC Batman.
Zoe Kravitz, who played Catwoman in that same movie, played a character in the X-Men. Which one was it? First Class. She was one of the actors in First Class with Jennifer Lawrence in the First Class. The first one. I forgot which one she was. She was one of the minor ones in that movie.
Yeah. I'm surprised we got this many. I thought we would get like 2 or 3, but we got like 7.
We'll keep going. There's more here.
That Zoe Kravitz one, I don't even think I named that one last time we talked about it.
Josh Brolin.
Yes,
Thanos and Cable. Yeah.
And he's in the same Marvel universe, which is nuts.
Yeah.
No, I think he's a DC character too.
Does he play a DC
I think
character?
of it though.
Think about that one.
Yeah, that's true.
Who else we got?
Nicolas Cage played Ghost Rider and Spider-Man. You're in the Spider-Man Into Spider-Verse. That counts. Mm-hmm. And then the villain. Wait, I don't know about that one. That one might not count.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Here, which one was it? Oh, well. You ever seen the movie Kick-Ass Vibes?
Yeah.
That movie is. I love those 2 movies. Are awesome. I don't know if you remember. You ever see both of them? Anyways, this is fun fact, right? You might know. So, the main actor, Aaron Taylor Johnson, who plays Kick-Ass, plays Quicksilver in. He only was in one in Avengers: Age of Ultron. Wanda's brother dies, right?
Yeah.
But he also is now going to play Kraven in the Spider-Man Sony universe. And Evan Peters was his best friend in Kick-Ass, plays the new Quicksilver in the X-Men movies.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Who was in the Days of Future Past and in the So that was so 2 Quicksilvers. Yeah, that was a cool one.
Yeah.
What was it? Oh, in that same movie, Kick-Ass, was Big Daddy, which was Nicolas Cage, which is also a comic book, which Kick-Ass was a comic book.
Technically, yeah.
Yeah, technically. Nicolas Cage, what did he play besides Nick Fury? And I know he was Mace Windu, but I don't know if he played in DC. He played it in like a small, I don't know if it was DC. It was some obscure comic called The Spirit. It was a shit movie, I heard.
If only there was.
Halle Berry played Catwoman in DC, like some shit movie back in the early 2000s, and then she played Storm.
I'm trying to think of. I know. Obviously, Chris Evans was. He played Fantastic Four, and he was. Oh God, what's his name?
Human Torch.
It was the Human Torch. I'm trying to remember his like. Human Torch and Captain America, but I'm trying to remember his like actual like his
Johnny
in
Storm.
character.
Johnny Storm.
Storm.
Yeah.
Johnny Storm and Johnny Blaze.
I'm surprised he hasn't been in a DC movie yet. Chris Evans. I'm sure he might have.
He had to about it. All right, there's another one I'm thinking. Oh, I just had it. Michael B. Jordan played the Human Torch in the shit reboot Fantastic Four, and he's Killmonger in Black Panther.
Oh yeah.
Let's see.
I feel like there's definitely people we're missing. There's gotta be people from like the Spider-Man cast.
The only one that Keanu Reeves is as of now is he's in Constantine, which is a DC character, but he probably will be a future one soon here.
Yeah. Are there any like characters? It doesn't have to be DC or Marvel, but is there like fictional superheroes or like anti-heroes you want to see like another like or villains or whatever that you want to see a movie of or like a show about?
Yeah, I want to see Ghost Rider again, like a new updated graphic ones. I do want to see, not just because he's coming on VeVe, but Silver Surfer. I think the cosmic stuff that they can do with him, I think that would be sick. And a real Galactus.
Not
Doctor Doom, I want to see him.
Cloud.
It's gonna be. I don't know how they're gonna do it. I don't know how they would do it though, but because you can't make him look goofy.
Dude, what do you mean?
No, I know, but
it's a giant dude in his face. Isn't that what he is? Basically, he just floats in space and steps on planets, I believe.
But you see him, right? Himself. But Silver Surfer. Yeah, I mean, I can't wait to see the new Blade. See how they do them. I was always a fan of even the third one, even though it was goofy as hell, or like the villain was terrible at the end of the third Blade, but the characters that like the two characters, Jessica Biel and Ryan Reynolds characters, were actually cool characters that they brought in. So I like that. So can't wait to see Blade again.
Yeah, see, like, he's like this giant dude that floats in space.
Yeah,
on a chair.
and we've kind of seen that.
And
If you see the
slow.
Eternals movie, it's kind of like what we've seen with the Eternals, like the big cosmic characters. So, but I would like to see. I don't know. I would like a new 3D version, like newly generated or created Silver Surfer. I think would be sick.
The old Silver Surfer was pretty cool in that one movie, the Fantastic Four. Like he was all right. I mean, the cool scene where he like goes like inside of his own like. Surfboard,
and it bends all the way through. Yeah.
When that came out, I saw it in the theaters. For the times, it was like groundbreaking back then because even flying to out of Earth's atmosphere into space with the torch.
Crazy.
I just remember seeing those scenes, and those were like my favorite parts of the movie. And then we were like, "Where's Galactus?" And then he never showed. It was just like the cloud and shit.
Stupid mist.
Yeah, it was
stupid mist.
It's like, oh no.
Yeah. Me personally, I would like to see. I would like to see like Spawn. Like I would like to see Spawn get like remade. I remember like the old one in like what to come out like in like the 90s. I remember the character looked cool, but like the cape like animation like looked terrible. Like just the lighting and stuff just like looked terrible. But I like the fact that he could like make it doing like a big spear and all this like crazy stuff. I also wanted to redo like Punisher too. I like to see them do like another Punisher.
Did you watch
Frank Castle?
Did you watch the Punisher on Netflix?
The show?
Yeah.
Is there a Punisher show on Netflix?
Yeah. All right. So here's
dude.
Okay. All right. So you have to watch.
Actually, it may not be on there anymore. I think they pulled it.
WandaVision and Loki. I would watch WandaVision first. Loki could be second. But another thing you should watch is all right. Now we're talking about TV shows and how some of the new stuff is getting kind of bad writing or whatever. You want some great like television drama, writing, story, like deep character driven stuff. The Punisher series on Netflix, which is John Bernthal plays Punisher. There's 2 seasons only, right? Actually, it's on Disney Plus now because it's now back reverted.
Pulled it from Netflix.
Yeah, Punisher has 2 seasons. Awesome TV. Now it's graphic, violent. It's Punisher at its best. He plays it really good, and it's got like a military / traumatic angle to it. Check that out. I think if you like Punisher, I think you'll like that. He still exists in the universe, so I think he will be bridged over. And if you want some other good drama with a good story and everything, Daredevil. I don't know if you've seen him on Netflix or seen him on Disney Plus. Did you ever watch that, Vibes?
No, I think I watched a little bit of it. I mean, because it's been around for a while, right? Like,
it's been around. It finished filming.
You're enjoying Miss Marvel. You're gonna enjoy these shows.
2018. Now, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, and Iron Fist, and the Defender show, they're okay. Like
Iron Fist wasn't great.
I'm saying they're okay. If you had to pick,
Luke Cage was pretty good.
Luke Cage was the only I would go Daredevil, Punisher, Luke Cage, and Jessica Jones if you had to. But I would even leave those out. I would watch Daredevil. There's 3 seasons, all great. The 3rd season is probably the best. The first is really good. The second is the worst of the 3, but it's still great television. That third one, the 3rd season, is like amazing finish. And Kingpin is the main bad in that show.
Yeah,
in that series.
He's the big bad of a lot of deals.
He's New York City crime boss, right? Obviously, and then Punisher.
He's the Penguin, basically of the MCU universe.
If Disney Plus had that gritty edge, and if they would, not that they will produce it again because they have the rights to those characters. If you check that out, you'll see a Punisher and tell me what you think after that one, Vibes.
And you saw the new Spider-Man, right?
Yeah.
So the scene like when the brick flies through the window and
he catches it.
The blind lawyer catches the brick.
Yeah.
That's
In the living room or whatever. Yeah, that is Daredevil. Yeah, it's Matthew Murdock. Yeah.
Yeah. So after watching those 3 seasons of the show, I was just like, that was the best scene in the movie. I was like, oh my goodness, it's Matthew Murdock.
If you don't want to watch all the 3, just watch the 3rd one because they're announcing this Comic-Con, the 4th season. of Daredevil coming to Netflix or to Disney Plus, and it's going to be Daredevil Man Without Fear, like its own, and he's going to be like in a full black leather suit now or whatever. So you're going to continue on the story. So maybe if you don't, if that's a lot, because it is a lot to watch.
Yeah,
And
here's
the
the next
quality,
month and a half of TV
they're
shows.
like 10 to 12 episodes. It's not just like these 20-minute filler.
So,
Yeah, man, it's sick. So, anyways, but Punisher, if you didn't know, Vibes, man, John Bernthal, he's one of my favorite like actors out there. He's done a lot of shit. You know, if you look him up, Google him right there. He's a fucking dope dude.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out because I did watch. I think I watched like the first couple episodes of Daredevil. I watched the first season of Iron Fist, which was like okay. It's like,
Iron Fist wasn't.
it's
Yeah,
like whatever. It's so mid. You know, it's whatever.
He's not even that cool of a character. If we're gonna be honest, it's like all
No.
right, cool fist, bro.
Yeah, they changed his
Yeah,
origin
cool.
out of it. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like some of these shows. There's just so damn many of them to get
I
caught.
know.
At least like even not even because like Iron Fist, all that stuff was before Disney, like the MCU
Yeah.
and all that stuff kind of happened. I mean, I watched a lot of the CW, like Flash. Like even though the writing was just god awful, and like honestly, the Flash would be able to solve 100% of the issues just by being fast. You know, it's I don't know why he's like he's always talking and talking and talking. It's like
Just
punch
go.
him in the face.
Boom.
Yeah, it's like you can literally dodge bullets, but you can't dodge a punch or you can't dodge like
You time travel and
realize-
booster walls, bro. Come on.
I realize it's really hard to write a character that's like that powerful or like that tough. But like I do like the episodes where like the guy's made of like metal or like a weird substance that he can't just take head on and he has to think of something different. Yeah.
There's an actual.
I was a fan of Arrow, and I started watching
Arrow was
the Supergirl, and then it fell off for me. But Arrow, I almost watched all the way through. I liked it.
First season of Arrow is
I think,
awesome. The rest of the seasons were like it started getting more and more just like mediocre or just like very slow down the plot. Like
That first season is
The one thing about the Flash, and I watched the Flash. I like Grant Gustin. I think he's really.
It got repetitive after a few seasons.
Well, it's just the character, just Flash. There's always another fast guy, right? That's the cliche of it. It's like how many fast speedsters are in? It's just so many of them.
That's why they normally tie it like there's family ties or somehow like there's relations to it to where it's not just like another fast guy. But you're right.
Like me personally, the Flash is my favorite like DC character. Like I like him more than Superman. I like him more than Batman. Like
He's my favorite superhero. Period.
I know both of you, and now I know that vibes. But so you guys know the history of the characters then? So
do I?
Yeah,
all right. So where's Wally? Where do you stack Wally West? Is he the second most known Flash? Probably, right?
Most known. Yeah.
He's up there. I'm trying to remember who the original Flash was, but he didn't have the Speed Force. Like he was just fast, but I don't think he had like the actual Speed Force, like the old school version with like the looks like it's a metal like a metal tin hat and like the wings on the side.
Or J.
Yeah, something like that.
J
something. Yeah, but I remember him. He was like technically the first Flash, but I don't think he actually had the Speed Force, so he was kind of limited. Barry Allen's still Jay Garrick. So Barry Allen's still the fastest, I believe. Like he's done the most like ridiculous feats as far as I remember. But
Barry Allen's dad wasn't that character, was he?
No.
I thought I've never seen a flashback that his dad was.
They did that in the show.
The show.
So his dad died, and then the next season they brought Jay Garrick on, and it was his dad in a different universe.
Okay, I thought I saw something like that.
Jay Garrick is a totally different character. He was from the 50s and 60s.
All right, Vibes, I got a little news for you on the Spawn. So Spawn, it's Todd McFarlane's property. He's been trying to get it off the ground for the last few years with Jamie Foxx to star and him to write and produce and direct the movie.
That'd be sick.
Yeah,
I like the original. The original actor was great too. I thought he was awesome. I think he definitely fit the part. And like me personally, like I kind of prefer that over like Black Panther and stuff. Like I don't even think I've seen the Black Panther movie. To be quite honest.
That's one of the best ones. It's really good.
Really.
Now, they're not all that great. Not everyone like. I like Shang-Chi was really good to me. I like that.
Shang-Chi.
I like Shang-Chi. Eternals. It was
okay.
now while it wasn't bad. It was slow and melodic. Even though I like some of the characters, but if you could watch them, I would watch Shang-Chi. I would watch definitely Black Panther. Yeah, so there's some good ones.
Panther's important. I trust me, you need to watch that shit.
Okay,
at least
watch Black Panther. There was some scenes in the Eternals that I forgot what's her name, Makari, like the really fast girl.
Yeah.
They definitely took some fight moves from like what's it called, like DC like Injustice like fighting game from like the Flash, doing all these moves where it's like punching. Yeah, like they definitely took moves from that and beating up Icarus and stuff. And that was actually another trope, right? Like Icarus was like the bad Superman. Like he was good and all the way up to like the very end. And then he's like, he flies, he has laser eyes, he's strong. Like, okay, he's
he was.
He literally has a cape. Like that's another. It's just the trope was like overdone, but somehow like the boys like made it interesting. But
there's a character I would like to see, which they've been hinting, and they have not done it yet. Is the Mephisto? See Mephisto finally come out live screen. One of the actors that they've talked to that's met with Marvel like 2 years ago, he met, or maybe last year with Kevin Feige, was it was Al Pacino, and I think he would be probably a pretty good Mephisto. He can't be too young or too old. If they reboot this whole X-Men thing, like completely, like from scratch, one of the rumors right now is that in Comic-Con, and it's a complete rumor, but they could confirm it. But what was put out there was that, what's his name? Giancarlo Esposito is rumored to play Professor Xavier.
Giancarlo Esposito?
Yeah, he's rumored. Now, we don't know. It could be completely off, but he's the latest rumor for that. And then I forget the actor's name. The guy who played one of the right-hand guys in the Top Gun 2. I didn't watch the movie. Scott Glenn, I think is his name, or something Glenn. It's Glenn Powell, I think is his name. He's rumored to be the new Scott Summers, the new Cyclops.
Huh.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens with that. I do now in the X-Men stuff. Like I liked Iceman growing up, so I thought that was cool. But
yeah, Wolverine was. Scott Summers is like a bit too much of like a Boy Scout for me. Like I get that, and honestly, like in the shows, they really underplay him. Like I think he's supposed to be of the same level of like of just like combat tactics to like Captain America. Like he's supposed to be like really smart, and in the shows, of course, he's kind of like that. Like he's kind of a pushover and a bit of a beta in some ways, and him and Jean are together and all that stuff, and. But I did like Wolverine. I try to remember like other characters. I like Nightcrawler too. And like that's the thing I liked about X-Men too is that it's a very diverse cast. It's like Colossus is Russian, Nightcrawler's German, and then Jubilee is I think Chinese American. She was that kind of stuff, and then Wolverine's Canadian. Like
we never saw Jubilee, and I don't think we got a good Rogue really. We didn't get like a full-blown Rogue, and I also want to see Mr. Sinister. I want to see Mr. Sinister.
Yeah, dude, that was another like I want to see that bad guy. I remember that whole storyline in the cartoons where they go to this like dinosaur island, and there's like all this like crazy stuff with Mr. Sinister. I would love if they did that.
That'd be
if they did like a movie or at least just like a series or something like that. So Mr. Sinister would be.
I think
cool.
He'd be sick.
Yeah, and I think. The Juggernaut too. The Juggernaut in the movie was like all right. I think they did like they can't make it too ridiculous. Like the whole
they brought Juggernaut in Deadpool 2. They brought Juggernaut in Deadpool 2. They brought him back.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, but they should have made him. They made him too realistic. If that makes us like.
Yeah, it should be a bit more exaggerated, like helmet or
Juggernaut, bro. Like, come on.
Yeah, because I heard he gets his powers by some like weird. There's like a power
or something, isn't it? I thought.
No, I thought he gets it from some like weird, like god or something like that. Or there's something about the Juggernaut where he gets his powers from like some like idol or some item, and then like he absorbs it.
He possesses super strength, something.
I think he's a mutant, but he also has like innate. He's also kind of like given powers as well. I don't think he's like just his powers as
he followed somebody into a cave. And a mythical entity, something used an unearthed crimson gem, and upon touching it, he transformed into a human juggernaut.
Yeah. So I'm not even sure if he's actually a mutant. I think he's just some guy that just stumbled upon something. He might be a mutant, but I think he's just some guy that just stumbled upon this like artifact that just gave him this like crazy power. And I do think there is an entity kind of like behind it that kind of gives him powers. It's not like a relationship like in a Moon Knight or anything like that.
It's kind of like Shazam, kind of.
Yeah, in a way where it's very like indirect, and he has these like powers and stuff. So I'm trying to remember. I don't even think he's.
Did you see that in the animated series? That that part?
No, well, at least like in the movie, his powers got turned off by what's her face, you know, because like he tried to run through a wall and he like
Kitty Pryde?
Yeah, Kitty Pryde.
Yeah.
Which was that always her powers? I thought she could just like turn invisible and like go through floors and stuff. But like,
I don't remember. Zach, remember that? What Kitty Pryde's powers were? I gotta read it.
At least like in the comics and stuff, I thought she would like kind of turn invisible. I knew she could like phase through walls and stuff. But
We got the first appearance on our NFT comics, so I gotta read that.
yeah. Okay. Dude, how many of comics have you guys actually read that you bought?
I haven't. I've opened them and wanted to start, and then I'm like, okay, I'll watch it later or go back to it later, and then I don't. I need to.
The only one I've read from front to back is actually Ghost Rider.
Oh,
And
nice.
but though I got halfway through when I was just like on the shitter one day. I opened up Moon Knight, read a little bit of it.
Yeah,
it was also like kind of boring because it's not like about him; it's about these other characters. These other
Werewolf by
things,
Night.
like the werewolf.
Yeah.
So it's
They're doing there's a Halloween special, Werewolf by Night, that's supposed to have Moon Knight cameo in it, but then also other like Man Thing and other characters in that supernatural realm. That's supposed to happen this Halloween. I think it's just a one-off, probably like TV movies, Disney Plus movie type thing. So we'll see how that is. So it's going to be interesting.
Yeah,
But-
is there any other bad guys you guys want to see? Because you brought up Mr. Sinister, I'm like, oh yeah, dude, like Mr. Sinister is
Mr. Sinister.
sick.
We want to see Doom in his own,
Yeah, gotta see-
already.
Yeah.
What else?
Because bad guys are kind of tough. So what I would hope it happens is that, because I think we all know like Kang is going to be. I haven't seen the Loki
can't
show,
wait.
but I know he's there at the end.
The actor and the character shows up, but his full, he doesn't have a full transformation yet.
Yeah, and there's like a bunch of multiverse because he can not only travel through time but also like different.
Yeah,
dimensions or
I've been
multiverse.
collecting.
Right.
I've been collecting comics, and I actually got his first appearance in real life. Like I'm getting it graded at PGC, and then I have like 3 of like some of his Avengers keys that have him and Immortus and the Council of Kang. So they should be coming in next week. Then I could read those. But he's got different like entities of himself. Like he's got different versions of Kang that exist.
I could definitely picture. I don't know why, but I could definitely picture him being a bad guy in this like first. What do they call it? Like the Marvel Phase 4 or whatever it is that's happening like MCU. I could see him being a bad guy there, and then potentially being a good guy. Not a good guy, but a guy they like turn to for help, like with like say Doctor Doom, because like Doctor Doom has done some crazy stuff in the comics.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
He's extremely powerful.
I think some of his versions of himself or whatever probably will be joining, because one of them exists in the Young Avengers. It's Iron Lad. He's like a version descendant of Kang and stuff. And there's a bunch. There's another one that exists like in the Fantastic Four. I forget. I got to read which is what. But there's another Marvel villain that I'd like to see is a Nightmare, just because I've heard Mephisto and Nightmare. There's another like character that's a villain.
Yeah,
we'll see.
I think I would like this is like in a very obscure, like kind of like one shot story. I think it was Fantastic Four, volume 562 or something like. It's one of like the newer ones, but there's a character named Clyde Wincham. He's supposed to be like the Marquis of Death, and he's supposed to be this like ridiculously powerful.
Clyde Wincham, huh? What issue?
Clyde Wincham Jr. I think if you just type in that name, but if it's like Fantastic Four, Volume 1, 562, I don't know. It's a lot. So Fantastic Four, Volume 1, and then issue 562.
Marquis of Death. Okay, I'm looking at it.
Yeah.
Oh, 562 is the issue. Clyde Wincham as Marquis of Death. Okay.
Like he's just this crazy, like multiversal being. But long story short, there is, not to spoil it too much, but there is something that happens with like Doctor Doom that's just completely absurd. And you're just like, wow, this actually happened. And it just takes it to like a whole new level of just like a whole new appreciation for like Doctor Doom and what he can do, which is just nuts. Because like he's generally one of the smartest people.
Is it Emperor Doom?
I don't think so. I don't think he at least like labeled himself as that. At least I don't remember. But I mean, I just watched it straight up from. Do you guys ever watch Comics Explained?
Yeah. I follow him. I've seen a lot of his. He's got in-depth stuff that's pretty sick.
Yeah, just watch it. Just watch his video because that's what I did. I mean, I looked at some of the pages and stuff, but like if you just go to that YouTube channel and just watch Marquis of Death, like his take on it or like his coverage of it, it's like really interesting and it's pretty crazy. just the feats that Clyde Wincham can do, and then all the efforts that like all the superheroes try to do, and even some of the bad guys get in on it to try and like fight back, and it just doesn't work. And there's like, you know, different versions and stuff. So
yeah, there's a version of Mr. Fantastic that turns evil. I forget what it's called. He's like, and he's got like a metal like helmet type of shit. I don't know if it's what it's called. I thought it was the Maker or something.
Dude, I've seen so many. You guys, I know you guys have seen Doctor Strange too, but like, dude, there's been so many memes of the whole like smartest man alive thing on YouTube.
Oh, I know. I saw
I've
that.
seen so many of those.
It's true though. Like you don't.
He's
like,
not the smartest
you
man.
don't say that. You don't say that.
One idiot.
And then because you're like, damn it, then she's got him. I mean,
Black
she's a
Bolt
bit. She probably could sense what you're
kill
doing.
you with any word.
I've seen so many memes where they're like Wanda, you don't want to do that, or like I think he says like Wanda, Black Bolt can tell you how you can get back to your kids, and she's like, really? How do I do it? And he just talks, and just kills her, like he just does it like that. Or I'm trying to remember. There's also memes where it's like, Wanda, you can't, you know, beat us with, you know, poverty and cancer and this and this and that, and she's like, what poverty, cancer, AIDS, and just like removes all that things from the world.
Gone.
I haven't seen all of those. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Wanda, you can only kill me with $1 million direct deposit in my bank account.
Yeah.
I know what I want to see, which is inevitable. It's bound to happen at some point. I would say within the next 5 years, it'll start going there. Is Null? I mean, we saw it here. Yeah. I had seen it before it got on VeVe because the real life comic. But Null is like the big bad of Spider-Man in the new new Spider-Man. Like he's like the biggest guy. Like
he's like the
symbiote in the symbiote
he's
world.
Like a symbiote, like God or King or something crazy like that.
So I think him on live action after seeing all the comics, you know, and he's got different you know, comics that he's in now and stuff. Like it just looks like he's be a badass villain, you know?
Yeah. Another one that's I think it's another Comics Explained YouTube video, which was I just love these like offshoot stories that a lot of these writers will have. Well, they'll take like just like your average superhero or like villain and then just change it to like the nth degree, and they just do these ridiculous feats. Where there's one where I think like Moon Knight like threatens the world. He does some like crazy thing where he gets like corrupted or something happens. He basically like almost destroys the world. Like the first thing he does, he like goes and fights Iron Fist to get like some fists, like the power of like the Iron Fist or whatever.
Yeah.
And then the next thing he does is like he launches like a surprise attack, I think on like Doctor Strange or something, and like somehow manages to get like the Time Stone and some other things. Like it just spirals out of control. And like he also I think managed to actually fight or kill like Ghost Rider or something like that, because now he has like the Time Stone as well as like the Iron Fist like power thing, and then he just like it does all these like just crazy feats, and then before you know it, he has like, you know, 3, 4, 5 different artifacts from all these like superheroes, and then he combines all the powers together with like Khonshu and like kind of like threatens the world. And I don't know if it's like actually true or if it's just like an offshoot story or whatever it is.
Yeah, is that a comic run or is that crazy?
It's a comic run.
I don't know. It was on Comics Explained. He dropped that video.
Yeah, it's on Comics Explained.
I'll look through his videos to find that. That sounds like
just look up a Moon Knight one. There's also another one with Venom, where apparently there's like this different. There's a lot of these like crazy robot android things or whatever from like a different dimension that like invade our universe, and they start attacking everything. And basically, the world's about to get destroyed, and somehow, as like a last ditch effort, like Venom and his symbiote like evolve and do these crazy things where he starts like absorbing all of these superhero and like villains' powers and abilities. So he's trying to he somehow finds a way to like make clones of himself by using like multiple man. He gives them all a healing factor like Wolverine. He does all these like things to basically create an army to like fight these androids just to like help survive like the universe and all that stuff. Like he does all these like just crazy feats.
So he found the cheat code basically. Just
yeah.
duplicated items and just God mode.
Yeah. I think it's just like the power of the symbiote, where it's like you can just like you just latch on and absorb their powers, and like I don't know if it was just a crazy desperation attempt, or maybe he got extra powers from like the symbiote god thing himself. I don't know how it worked exactly, but it's another just crazy story beat thing where it's just cool because like you see him do all these powers, and it even tells you like where the powers he gets them from, and all that. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, bro.
It's just like you just think it's like, oh, it's Venom. He's just kind of like this like somewhat like primal, crazy
No, he's
guy that it's like Spider-Man, but apparently he's beyond that. So
he got some skills, bro. He just doesn't even know it yet.
Yeah, well, Venom and its symbiote. I mean, there's so much stories to tell. I mean, did you see Venom 2 vibes?
no, I haven't.
I haven't seen the second one. I've seen the first one.
I just
I
heard
like
like best reviews, so it's like
and it's still the first one was better than the first one was better than the second one, but it was still kind of cool to see the dynamic of both of those symbiotes. Not like the first one, which was a different take, but I think they you can learn more about the symbiote and stuff and what's going to happen going forward. You know what I mean? Because obviously he's going to interact with Spider-Man probably in the next one, if not in a separate story. And then I think that's when we're going to see eventually just talk about Null and get to that next world and shit. So there's a whole other world of symbiotes that we don't know yet. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Here, I'll link it in the chat. That's the video about at least like the Venom one. It's like less than 10 minutes, but it's just like a crazy story. Of he grabs just like all these different just hosts and stuff, and just starts like absorbing all the powers and abilities of all these like, superheroes and villains, basically just to like keep humanity and like the universe like alive in a weird way. And it seems like there's some parts that seem kind of funny, like there's a picture where like Venom's like being a DJ or something like that. I don't know, it's kind of silly, but it's like the feats that he does are
oh, that's sick, dude.
Pretty absurd too.
Yeah, I love this guy. And you know what, he has another channel also, because I was watching something and it was the same voice and I was like, wait a minute, I'm not subscribed to this channel. He has one called like Pop Culture Explained or some shit. Like he's got a different channel. And I think it's linked if you look at him.
Yeah.
I've watched dozens of those videos. It's good shit.
Yeah, it's nice that you can kind of get the gist of the story for the most part. Like you get the rundown and you don't have to like get the comic and like read all this stuff. He kind of gives, and he puts it in like very layman's terms too, right? Like sometimes you run into a character and you don't know who the hell they are.
And he puts the actual pages though on. I've seen it. He'll put you'll actually see the what's it called? The panels from the comic in there. He must be pulling them from his like Marvel Unlimited.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. So
that's sick, man. All right. Yeah, well, let me see.
Yeah, I was just about to actually hop off. Like I'm getting a little tired myself. I mean, the drop is in like 10 hours, so we need to be ready.
Oh yeah, dude.
You're Phoenix, right? You're Phoenix vibes.
Yeah. What time is it for you, vibes? I think we're in the same.
You're Mountain Time, right?
Yeah, it's 10:20. No, I'm Pacific time.
Oh no, I'm 11:20. In the winter time, we're the same time zone, huh? You guys don't.
Funny. I'm 12:20. It's still early for me. I'm gonna head. Well, good luck on the drop. You're in Phoenix. Have you ever done any of the Comic Cons? Phoenix is a big city.
No, I haven't. I haven't done the Comic Cons here and stuff.
Are you outside of Phoenix or you're in town?
I'm outside, so I'm actually in Mesa. So I'm like just southeast of. It's literally right next to Phoenix. It's just southeast of Phoenix.
What's your drive? Like 20 minutes?
To get into Phoenix? Well, I guess it depends on what part of Phoenix. Like Phoenix is just huge. Like from one end to the other, even if on the freeway, it probably takes like 20 minutes to go from like one end to the other.
He's probably what I am to Salt Lake. Like not many people live in the city. It's kind of tough to live in the city.
Kind of
outside of it. And if you want to drive in, you can drive in.
Kind of like living in LA and outside.
Suburbia outside of it, yeah.
Yeah, because there's a comic book shop close by that I actually visited and told the guy about VeVe and all that stuff and showed him some of the comics. And I eased into it. I don't want to just immediately jump in there. I said, like, hey.
A lot of No, go ahead.
So I went in there and I told him, like, hey, like, I shit you not, this is like the first time I've ever been in a comic book shop. He's like, really? Like, so like, what brings you in? Have you been collecting or whatever? I was like, yeah, I've been collecting, comics. I've been talking to friends that have been, that are like really into it, that obviously know a lot about it and told me to like look out for certain ones. And he's like, oh, cool. I'm like, yeah, I've also been collecting like digital versions of some of the comics and stuff. He's like, oh, really? I was like, yeah, like it's cool, like limited runs. Like here's some of the comics I have. He's like, oh, that's cool. And he started going through and then he started seeing some of the VeVe exclusive variants. He's like, oh, what's this? I'm like, oh, it's a cover variant of this comic. He's like, dude, that one is sick. Like I really like this one. And he started talking about. then we started talking about VeVe a bit, and I'm like, these are officially licensed by like Marvel. Like these aren't like just random comics or like whatever. Like there's a limited run, and there's different rarities. And he's like, well, how much is like the secret rare? I'm like, well, on drop it's just $7. Like he loved the blind box aspect that like you can just randomly get a secret rare of a comic or an ultra rare or an uncommon. He's like, oh, that's like really cool because I guess he thought that like. Because that's how VeVe used to be. It was like, oh, if you want the common, it's 40, and then with like the black and white series stuff, it's like as the rarities go up, you have to pay more. Comics was never that way. It was always just blind box. So he liked that aspect, and I told him about mint numbers, and he's like, oh, what's that? So I explained mint numbers. I'm like, yeah, like even if you get a common, if you have a good mint number, like if it's the mint number of the year came out, or if it's just a low mint number, like under 100, like you can get a nice premium. He's like, oh, I kind of like that. Like I like the fact that this and that. I like the big exclusive variants, and you saw I had like a Kang cover and like a few other ones like Avengers #4 and ASM #1. He's like, oh yeah, like these are great. And I'm like, yeah, like dude, honestly, like the reason why I'm here, like personally, is just because I got into VeVe and I like comics, and so I would never have walked into a comic book store prior to this because of VeVe. So it's like.
Same, dude. Same for me, dude.
Yeah.
I just now started going. I don't have a lot of local comic book shops. I'm in a smaller town. There's a couple like vintage shops. They're called vintage stocks that have comics there. So I've been hitting those up, and then just like 1 or 2 little comic book stores in my area.
Yeah. So I might start with getting some like I think they're called like facsimiles or whatever. Like I might start with like a couple of those because like even for me, it's like if I want to spend like a couple $100 or like a few $100s on like a comic, I'm like. Could I just put that on VeVe and like, or maybe get some Omi or like whatever it is? It's really tough. So like,
I've been doing that vibes, dude. But now I'm starting to get in deep. Like I've gotten in the hundreds and hundreds of like real life comics. Look, I got this. This is BZ's favorite one.
Web 32.
This is a stack that I just got last week.
It has like 1,000 of those.
Who does? Yeah, he's got 1,400 now.
1,400, yeah.
This is the first appearance of Doom with Iron Man in the battle. So, I've been going crazy. I got
Star
probably
Wars, dude. Pull out that Star Wars.
Yeah, I just picked this up last week.
Star Wars.
Yeah, like a mid-grade, and I've met some people Sleeping. He's in the comic, and so is my collectibles in the comic, comic book community.
No way, are they?
No, I'm just saying I've actually connected with some of the same comic book community that Sleeping also knows on Instagram because I've been watching their Instagram sales, and Sleeping has interacted with some of them, and I've now started interacting with them because I've been on there, and so I've met with some people, and I got this one guy who clean and presses them. I got about 4 or 5 books going to CGC that I've shipped to him or that I've acquired with him, and he's going to send them for trading. So, and my biggest one is the Kang, Avengers #8. I got it from him, and he's going to send it. That's going to be like my big book.
Hell yeah, dude! That's awesome. Yeah, so with that, dude, Sleeping's got a lot of comics, and not just Marvel. He's got DC, he's got Star Wars, he's got all kinds. He's got almost like every drop that comes out, he'll take pictures of like. He's like, oh, this comic's cool. I also have the variants and this and that. It's like,
I've been seeing them, and like that Noel first appearance that we had, I've been eyeballing that one too, just because a lot of it's speculation and long-term holds, like instead of quick flips, kind of like what we're doing on VeVe, right? And that Noel, like before he gets introduced, which he eventually will, right now it's going from $300 to $400, like CGC 9.8 rated on eBay, but that could go to 1,000, 2,000. So like, it's one of those where I'm not going to buy to sell and flip, make $100. It's kind of like, I'm going to hold it for like a year or 2 or even longer and do it like what people did 10 years ago and bought these comics. And then I can sell them for like 10, 20 times more, but it's going to be a long time. So I'm just doing it as a hobby. And I do want to collect and read them as a collector. And then it's another form of like, what do you say, vibes? Like we talked about it, like,
another form of like it's a fun way to it's just a more fun way to invest. Like a lot of collectors, it's like it's still investing. Like even collectors are investors. It's just like collecting. It's just a funner way to invest.
It's like park your money or whatever. I
Yeah,
forget
rather
how
than
you-
put your money into some like hedge fund or invest in some like random oil business in the Middle East that like you like no one knows. Like you can't talk to people about that, right? I mean, I guess you could bring it up, but it's like so much easier to talk about Spider-Man or Kang or
Yeah, this is
Batman
still
or
love, man.
those comics. It's more fun. You know, you can also show it off too, rather than whatever. So
Yeah, man. Cool. Well, hey,
Cool, man.
dude, it was fun talking, dude. Thanks for hopping on with us, man. We've been kind of like in and out, but we're gonna start doing some more stuff. We've been just busy with the summer, but dude, keep doing what you're doing out there, dude, and we'll chat here soon. Good luck this week. This is gonna be a cool week for VeVe.
yeah, it's going to be a fun week. I kind of wish there was a bit more comics in Comic-Con rather than one comic.
I agree.
But I do think I really hope they just do a fast one. They like pull a fast one and be like, oh, by the way, we're actually dropping like 1 or 2 extra
Boom, boom,
comics.
boom.
They
2
might.
comics every
They
single
could
day.
drop them on the
Boom.
weekend. If not, just we're gonna have a nice next month, but hope we'll be prepared for that because I think it's coming. AF15 coming.
I think so too. I just hope that if they drop a couple comics during, because they could do it during noon, right? Which is perfect because that means Comic-Con, because the Comic-Con itself doesn't even open till like 11 a.m. So like the drop tomorrow, like people aren't even going to hear about it. They're only going to see it in the secondary market.
Yeah, it would be a shame. It is a shame that it's Comic-Con and they're only going to drop this one House of M during the week, which is not a big, like huge book, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but Marvel did it on purpose. There has to be like a reason why that story. Like it's like Marvel is the one that comes out with the outlines, right? For all this stuff.
But House of M, a version of that, it has kind of been told in WandaVision and in I think in WandaVision or in Doctor Strange. I haven't read the comic, but I think that's what the story is based off of. Like,
I think it's off of WandaVision.
I think that's what. Yeah, I think it's off of WandaVision. So
WandaVision is off of it, rather.
Yeah. So there's not much more that they're gonna tell off of that other than what they did already and carry on. So
awesome. Well, thanks, guys. Yeah, definitely. You guys should keep it up too. Late night chill sessions.
I know, man. Yeah, we're gonna do some more of these. They're so much fun, man. Thanks, Vibes. Appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, dude. It was lit. Bye.
Cheers, Zach. Hey, brother.
Bye, everybody. I'm gonna end the stream. Thanks for joining. Thanks for watching.
Thanks.
This is 2.5 hours.
Or subscribe, like the video.
Follow Vibes.
Follow Vibes. Oh yeah.
It's the boy.
Good vibes all day.
Good vibes all day. Peace.